Chapter 6196. Anyway, it was cool. And in the end, everyone was killed. The most perfect. Just as he relaxes, the sword light suddenly soared again. How is that possible? Shilu looked shocked. When I turned around, I realized that it was Hui Qing. Not only Hui Qing alone, but also Wuxia, Wu Li Bru, and Shinmu Wang. They raised their hands and concentrated all their strength on this sword. Instead of Jian Wushuang holding a sword, the power of the sword light was once again raised to the highest level. Sirius was completely unbearable. The entire body fell into the sword light and began to gradually disappear. In the end, there was nothing left. The breath also disappeared in the air. The entire Zhelongshan territory was almost destroyed. Everyone slumped on the ground. Only Hui Qing could barely stand, suppressing the chaotic storm of the origin in his body with his hands. A smile leaked out. 1. The twilight faded. An ray of sunlight fell on the bare ground. I knew they could do it. The king of the northern realm, who watched this scene, couldn't help raising his arms and shouting. There is also the great realm king, who is equally excited. Jian Wushuang, who was lying on the ground, squinted slightly, watching the sun rise slowly. But before he could laugh, his eyes froze. Dare to think of cheering. I saw Jian Wushuang turned into stone. And it's broken. Jian Wushuang. Wuxia rushed forward and touched the stones lightly. It took a long time to accept this established fact. Jian Wushuang fell. The overdraft power has fallen. Outside Jialong Mountain, after a few days of calm, Wuxia and others returned to Jinbei City with Jian Wushuang's stone body. Did not go to the God's star field. The crowd remained silent. On the other hand, Hui Qing went to the star domain of the gods alone, looking for the prophet. However, it was found that among the gods, no one knew the existence of the prophet. Only Danbao knows. Moreover, the great realm king also said that there has never been the position of prophet in the star field of the gods. In the end, he returned to Jinbei City in despair. Depressed for a few days, it was Danbao who received a piece of news that made everyone breathe a sigh of relief. Jian Wushuang fell, but not completely. Now they need to find the 7 sources and repair Jian Wushuang's body. After the physical body is restored, Jian Wushuang can be resurrected. After hearing this news, Hui Qing immediately embarked on the road to find the source. Wuxia and the others were not idle either. The crowd split up. The adventure in Kaiwang continent begins. Along the way, many things will happen. There will also be many opportunities. It's a makeup. Because Jian Wushuang has gained more benefits. Realm of the King of Gods. On a small green planet, the diameter is only 10 miles. Jian Wushuang lay on the grass and slept soundly. This is the territory of the Northern Realm King. His consciousness first went to the prophet, and then he was enlightened, and he had the ability to incarnate consciousness. Then he was sent to the King of the Northern Realm. That's the biggest benefit. Consciousness incarnate. He is the same as not dead. There is a source of divine power. It's just that he can't leave the realm of the king. He can still practice here. Nothing was delayed. Jian Wushuang, wake up, there is good news for you. I'm dead, can't I get a good night's sleep? Jian Wushuang turned over. Lying on the grass, not wanting to move at all. Completely lost the motivation to practice. I want to have a good rest. For him now there is no pressure. In the bottom of my heart, I saw a lot. Since time is infinite, why worry so much? Rather go step by step. Cough. The king of the northern realm coughed dryly and said, You are fine. Now there is a way to revive you. And I have told Hui Qing and them about this method. It may not take long before you can leave Realm King God Realm. So what? Jian Wushuang didn't care at all. Instead, he thought it was fine. It is better to practice here. And no one has disturbed him. The battle has made him a little tired. Especially conspiracy. This time, being calculated by the prophet, he has been very sad in his heart. Although the prophet didn't have any bad intentions towards him, he was very tired after this journey. And he didn't like the feeling of being manipulated. He is more like a man who insists on his own destiny. Okay, since you don't care, then I will go to see the great realm king alone. The realm king said, and prepared to leave. When Jian Wushuang heard the great realm king, his eyes lit up and he turned over and stood up. The king of the great realm? This is the existence of opening up the king's continent. Even this realm, king god realm, was opened up by someone. The realm of the realm is a world where consciousness coexists. Simply put, the physical body cannot enter this place. Only the fallen cosmic god, or the consciousness of the space-time god, will be guided into the realm of the king, and only guide those powerful universe gods, or some universe gods with unusual backgrounds. Bringing their consciousness here, you can queue up for rebirth. This kind of rebirth can carry memories. However, to awaken memory, you need to recultivate to the universe god. This is more difficult, because after rebirth the luck is different. In case of premature death, the next life may not be able to enter the realm of the king. Great risk. Those cosmic gods simply stopped being reborn, and stayed in the realm of the realm. Of course, there is a silver lining to everything. The cosmic god consciousness left behind can go to receive some tasks, and accumulate luck for the next life. People with bad luck may go directly to the giant god clan after being reborn. The beginning is Lord of the Universe. If you practice casually and return to the clan, you can become the master of the universe of the 8 tribulations, and even the 9 tribulations. It is also very close to the god of the universe. The key is safety. The giant gods are all existences walking sideways in the starry sky. Protoss does not touch the interests of practitioners. The rest are the families of the Protoss. This is the overlord in the starry sky. The giant god race has 6 Protoss messengers. One of the star spirit messengers is still under the command of the big star official. No one dared to provoke such a powerful group. Dreaming of wanting to be reborn to the Titans. Jian Wushuang doesn't care about this. He is different from the consciousnesses that were brought in. The consciousness that was guided in, when it fell, the consciousness directly entered here. Only in the realm king can one maintain his divine power during his lifetime. And it is impossible to cultivate in their consciousness. Jian Wushuang is different. Not only can he use his consciousness to manipulate divine power when he is outside, but he can even continue to practice when he is here. There is no need to reincarnate. Guiqing and the others will save themselves. Unlike the consciousness that was brought in, there was not that much pressure. This is the first time he has gained a sense of superiority from among his peers. In the past he was under a lot of pressure, but now he sees other people struggling to survive, and then he feels what life is. Comfortable. Originally, he had planned to go on like this. Chapter 6197. The name of the great realm king can be heard. He couldn't help frowning. Lord Realm King, you're not kidding. Are you sure it's the great realm king, not the realm king god? This gap is huge. In the great realm king realm, only the first generation great realm god exists. The rest of the great realm kings have long since fallen. There is only one still alive, and it is in the starry sky. Neither are in the realm king continent. In the realm king continent, there is only one realm king god. And the consciousness of the king of gods here has a digital existence. They are all the gods of the previous dynasties who fell. Chapter 6197. Although Jian Wushuang's talent is good, he now possesses the combat power of the 7 stars of the universe god. But it's not time for the great realm king to pay attention. You don't believe in pulling it down. Anyway, the invitation from the great realm king has been sent, so you can say whether to go or not. Go! Jian Wushuang agreed immediately, tidied up his clothes, and there was this halo above his head. In this realm of consciousness, in fact, it is no different from the outside world, just can't get out. Then let's go. How to get to Chaos City? The king of the North Realm saw that he was fooled. A smile leaked from the corner of his mouth. He got out a small flying boat, and left this small blue star with Jian Wushuang. On the way, looking at the scene outside, Jian Wushuang's eyes widened and rounded. In fact, he has a lot of knowledge, and he has seen a lot of magical sights. But when he saw the scene along the way, he was completely shocked. This is the real beauty. There is probably no place more beautiful than this place in the world. Don't be so surprised. This is the world created by consciousness. The scenery is naturally the most beautiful scenery recorded in consciousness. In layman's terms, the scenery here is all illusion. You don't need to care so much. When you arrive in Chaos City, where is more fun? Consciousness change. Jian Wushuang's eyes moved, looking at the beautiful scenery in front of him. God was gone for a while. Consciousness change. If this is the case, wouldn't it be possible to avoid the strong as much as possible? Just like the land of disorder, countless monsters were born. They were lawless and lived happily in the outside world. Everything can be opened up at will, without any restraints. A world where consciousness changes, isn't it no different from disorder? So where is the real world they live in? Starry sky, realm king continent, for great space-time, universe, 10,000 realms. These seemingly real things may also be fake. At this time, a bud was born in his heart. Self-doubt. Doubt the world. Doubt the truth of this world. This is his emotion after realizing the world. After that, it was quickly forgotten. Along the way, the king of the northern realm also stopped and went, and it seemed that he was not in a hurry at all. The key is the strange things on the road, which also aroused Jian Wushuang's curiosity. He simply stopped and played for a few days, and continued to move forward. In the world of consciousness, he did not encounter any danger. Like a fairyland, they have also encountered many consciousnesses of the universe gods, and they seem to be very familiar with the realm king. All greeted warmly, without any airs. Even some 9-star cosmic gods are extremely polite. Such a perfect world, in fact, has been living like this all the time, and it is not bad. What does it mean when the outside world is cheating and fighting everywhere? Seeing the change in Jian Wushuang's eyes, the realm king explained on the side. Don't look at this place as peaceful. There are actually some threats, and this world is too small. It is not suitable for long-term survival. Otherwise the consciousness will collapse. No wonder. Jian Wushuang sighed. If this is the real world, there may be no practitioners. Everything can be resolved peacefully. Why do you need force? Haha, your ambition is not bad, but it is difficult to achieve. This is not an ambition, but the practitioners who have just fallen will think so. If you live here for a long time, you will either become depressed and take this place as the last sustenance of your life, until it falls. I would rather die than be reborn. Has reached the realm of not afraid of death. There are also some who cherish their lives and want to accumulate chi to reincarnate. In fact, after reaching their realm, death is really not terrible. Fear of losing what you once had, still inseparable from a human nature. He didn't discuss this with the realm king. The other party is not a human, and they don't understand it. Jian Wushuang is different. He came from the mundane. I have seen the appearance of all beings in the mundane. Ordinary things will fight. For power, for honor, for superiority. Will cause fighting. Some fights are fighting and killing. And some fights are actually fighting against oneself. Can't get through with yourself. For example, a poor boy in the ordinary world has to marry a rich family daughter. Why? Because he saw that he didn't marry another. He didn't marry one and went back, feeling that he had no face. He worked hard to get the approval of others. Until finally exhausted, he walked away with a smile. Fight for something better. Jian Wushuang also paid for it. Until now, he was asking himself whether it was worth it. Maybe it's not worth it, but after walking all the way, the wonderful life in life may not be worse than those ordinary people think that the rich and noble. When he fell, he walked away with a smile. Maybe I understand. Jian Wushuang looked up at the charming scene and closed his eyes slightly. The wind was blowing, and we walked slowly. Enjoy a brief moment of peace. A few days later, the realm king finally brought him to Chaos City. Akanshu. Calm. The yellowish ancient city does not have any ancient atmosphere or ingested power. It's just an ordinary town. Here, no matter how strong you are, you can't do it yourself. Otherwise, consciousness will be wiped out. Outside the gate, there is not even a guard. The consciousness on the street goes its own way. After arriving in Chaos City, Jian Wushuang found people here, and there was very little smile on his face. Most are frowning. This should be the pressure that the king said. I couldn't let go of everything I had and wanted to be resurrected. All the people I encountered in the outside world had given up on the plan to be reborn and lived their last days in the realm of the king of gods. Now these are all fighting for what they had. Go to the arena. Arena. Where are you going? Didn't you come to see the great realm king? Jian Wushuang was a little puzzled. Hey, you'll know when you go. If you want to meet the great realm king, we must prepare a meeting ceremony. That's right, it's still the thoughtful thought of Lord Realm King. He nodded, feeling that he was too anxious. Others can be anxious, but he won't. His consciousness will not collapse, he can still cultivate slowly, and he does not need to be reincarnated. Just followed Jia dynasty to the arena. After arriving I found out. It really is a ring arena. But who is the opponent? Jian Wushuang was a little curious. Get in here and don't cost anything. Because there are no two doormen. The two entered at will. After finding a place to sit down, the Realm King said leisurely, "Wait a minute, there will be a battle. It's the two universe gods whose consciousness is about to sink. You should be optimistic about it at that time. This kind of death battle is difficult for the outside world to see." Chapter 6198. Depressed and Dying Universe God? Jian Wushuang was stunned for a moment, and there was some curiosity in his heart. But he was more curious about why the King of Realms brought him here. In this kind of place, what kind of gift can you give the great Realm King? He was not in a hurry to ask, sitting on the high platform, waiting for the start of the battle. A quarter of an hour later the bell rang. There are more people. In the entire arena, there are at least tens of thousands of cosmic god consciousness bodies. They are all waiting for the battle before they die. Soon the two universe gods came out of confrontation. It turned out to be the 7-star universe god. Jian Wushuang took a deep breath. Although there is still a 9-star cosmic god here, but such a powerful cosmic god, whose consciousness is depressed, is about to die, and is unwilling to be reincarnated and reborn. This surprised Jian Wushuang's heart. He also thought that it would be those weak cosmic gods who would participate. I didn't expect it to be such a powerful universe god. The two universe gods in the arena have different appearances. One has a curved horn on the top of his head. There is another one with blue scales on his body. Only the 7 stars on the chest are the same. Jian Wushuang also has stars on his chest. There are 6. Represents his strongest divine power. But it is not the most advanced combat power. The two of them didn't talk too much on the field. Shoot directly. I originally thought that it would be the same as the outside world, and it would cause a lot of movement. After the fight, I found that there was not much movement at all. At most, the violent collision between fists and feet caused a burst of breath. And it hasn't triggered the source yet. This made Jian Wushuang very curious. Senior Realm King, could it be that the realm of consciousness suppressed the strength of the universe god? It's not suppression, it's called weakening. The Realm King explained with a smile. The realm of consciousness is actually very fragile. There are many people who want to enter here. That's called an alternate quota. All the Tianjiao opportunities in the Temple of the Gods have this quota, and they will be led into the realm after they fall. King God Realm. But this place can't bear too many cosmic gods, so it will weaken the power and put pressure on the depressed cosmic gods. Let them fall early, so that people can enter later. Could it be that the gods of the universe fall every day? Jian Wushuang was surprised. Although he didn't spend much time in the Realm King continent. But he also didn't see the cosmic god of the Realm King continent. The movement caused by the fall of a cosmic god was extremely huge. How could the universe fall every day? This sentence made the Realm King laugh. Jian Wushuang, you know too little about the starry sky. If you know something about the starry sky, you won't say that. You have to know whether it is the 4 great space-time or the Realm King continent. Compared with the starry sky, it is pitifully small, and the number of strong people is even more different. You can think about it. The original universe you were in didn't even have a master of the universe. Then compare the original universe with the realm of the King continent. Isn't the master of the universe falling every day? Jian Wushuang was relieved. It's because his pattern is too small. Or it's because he takes the god of the universe too seriously. The size of the starry sky was beyond his imagination. Okay, let's watch this battle first. And you will need to prepare gifts for the great Realm King in person later. After the Realm King finished speaking, he stopped talking, watching the two universe gods fighting on the field. Although there are no fancy moves, the level of excitement in the fight is still very high. Already lived to death. Naturally, there will be no holding back. A battle without life is the most cruel. In the end, the blue-scaled man won. He unscrewed the sharp horns on the opponent's head with his own hands. A consciousness also disappeared in the realm of the king. Jian Wushuang couldn't help getting up and shouting. Although cruel, they were all chosen by themselves, and no one threatened them. Everything is voluntary. He is also willing to respect the other party's choice, and will naturally applaud. At the end of the battle, a petite girl appeared on the field, with a pure appearance, wearing a python pattern robe, and a little cold. You strong men from all walks of life. Today's battle was won by Mengxiang Wang, which is also his 7-game winning streak. If you win the next 3 games, you can visit the Great Realm King, and get the Starry Sky and the Supreme Rules. Puzzle. After the girl finished speaking, she handed a medal to the Mongolian Elephant King. This is the 7th medal. There are 2 axes on the medal. Great Axe Medal. Win 10 games in a row to get the Tomahawk Medal. Not only can you know the mystery of the Starry Sky with the highest rules, at the same time, you can also get a chance to super reincarnate. Maybe after knowing the ultimate secret of the mystery of the Starry Sky, he would not want to die, and the chance of super reincarnation will be designated to that group. Or family. The giant gods will also be escorted. It can be said that after obtaining the Tomahawk Medal, not only do you not have to be depressed, but you can also soar into the sky. Therefore, not only those cosmic gods who want to know the mystery of the Starry Sky after depression, but also those cosmic gods who want to be reborn again. Therefore, the arena is the most lively place in the entire Chaos City. Jian Wushuang understood at this time. Why did the Realm King bring him here? Isn't that just digging a hole for him? Turn around and leave immediately. Akanshu. Calm. The Realm King caught up behind and persuaded. Jian Wushuang, this is really the only way to meet the Realm King. I really didn't slap you. Don't you want to see the Great Realm King once? In no mood. Jian Wushuang stopped, turned to look at the Realm King, and replied, I just fell, and you made me fight again, and it's still 10 life and death battles. How could I possibly win all of them? Even if it was a match, he didn't want to fight. As Kai Wang said earlier, he will be resurrected anyway. There is no need to fight 10 life and death battles. Torture yourself. Anyway, I want to see it, because I don't have that need. I'd rather believe in Huiqing than believe that I can win 10 games. He also despised the benefits after winning. What a starry mystery. And super reincarnation. He doesn't care. I heard the King of the Realm explain the origin of the Starry Sky before. Born out of disorder. What can be a secret? To put it harshly, the current Lord of the Starry Sky used to be a monster and a beast. It's just a lot stronger than other world beasts. Can open up a starry sky. When the Realm King heard the words, he didn't want to give up, and then persuaded. Then you don't want to see the one who can open up the Realm King continent, the big Realm King? In no mood. Jian Wushuang refused decisively, and then sneered. I have even seen Weiss, but it is a Protoss, stronger than the Great Realm King. There is no need to see it. Haha. The Northern Realm King was amused, covering his mouth and said, yes, the Protoss is indeed stronger than the Great Realm King. Seeing the other party's yin and yang laughter, Jian Wushuang was a little unconvinced. Am I right? Yes. The Realm King nodded and said, you are right, the Star Spirit is stronger than the Realm King. Chapter 6199. That's it. Jian Wushuang spread his hands, and prepared to continue walking outside. But he was called down by the king again. Then have you ever thought that the former Great Realm King is expected to open up the starry sky? This sentence calmed Jian Wushuang. Subconsciously he stopped. The goddess of the ancient moon, time and space. You should know that she tried to replicate the starry sky in vain. And the road she paved in the end was too big. And she fell. But the Great Realm King, he really almost opened up a starry sky, and finally gave up on his own initiative for some unknown reason. And then opened up the Realm King continent, and became the strongest existence among the practitioners. You said that the 12 star spirits are indeed the strongest, surpassing the highest rules. but they are not practitioners after all. When the Realm King said this, he sighed again. Although I'm not a cultivator, but Yu Jian Wushuang is a cultivator, and you are the pride of my northern time and space. I want you to walk a little longer. You have the origin of the starry sky, and you are expected to become the next great Realm King, or even the pioneer of the next starry sky. This time, Jian Wushuang did not refute. Stand still for a while. Only then did he slowly open his mouth and said, "Is this the purpose of your stay here? Right. Trust me. When you meet the great Realm King, you will never suffer a loss. You will get useful information for yourself. No matter what, he is a pioneer and useful to you. Maybe he will give you some pointers, 10 life and death battles. The risk is worth taking." Jian Wushuang was somewhat persuaded. He really wanted to meet the great Realm King now. Talk to the other party about the origin of the starry sky. Not talking about opening up the starry sky, but just talking about opening up time and space by yourself is a problem. Right now his origins are still far away. He licked the corner of his mouth, looked up at the Realm King and said, "Okay, I'll see the battle of life and death." That's right, it's a great opportunity. The King of the Northern Realm suddenly burst into a smile. Pulling Jian Wushuang is like going back to sign up. Wait a moment. Jian Wushuang did not go directly, but asked, "I am the Lord of the Universe, so I can't let me fight those 7-star universe gods. Don't worry about this, the battle of the same rank. You are now marking the 6-star cosmic god, and of course your opponent is only the 6-star cosmic god." This made Jian Wushuang heave a sigh of relief. He has 7-star combat power. Although most of the universe gods come from the starry sky, there are also many trump cards. But the 7-star combat power, against the 6-star cosmic god, this is not difficult for him. Lord Realm King, it seems that you have already prepared everything. Just wait for me to nod. Don't say that. That is, after you fell. I thought about letting you not be too idle in the realm of the realm these days. Otherwise, after resurrecting later, how will you deal with Zamasu? Jian Wushuang raised his head and said disdainfully, "I've already done it for Shilu, and am still missing a little Zamasu? When Huiqing and the others get me out, if Zama's doesn't come to me, I will go to him and kill him. By the way, Zama's and Siru, who is stronger?" Enzama's is slightly stronger, but now Zama's is in the Temple of the Gods, preparing to take the final sprint of the King of the Gods. He must have surpassed Siru. Maybe he has surpassed the 9-star universe now. 9 stars and above? Jian Wushuang frowned. He thought that no matter how strong Zama's was, he was a 9-star universe god. I didn't expect to surpass Jiuxing. Don't think about this for now. Go ahead and sign up. And study your opponents by the way. Enter the arena again. The two of them did not go to the viewing platform, but went to a stone house next to the arena. The black-robed python pattern girl was flipping through some books. Seeing the King of the Realm coming, he actually stood up and said politely, "King of the Northern Realm, why are you free to come to me?" "It's nothing. Isn't this a 6-star cosmic in our northern time and space? Do you want to be reincarnated as soon as possible? I just wanted to see the battle of life and death, and return to the Realm King continent earlier." This air made Jian Wushuang wonder whether to laugh or cry. In the northern time and space, a 6-star universe has fallen, so that there are many cosmic gods in the northern time and space. It's easy to do. Just write the name on the stone wall, and it will be sorted automatically later, and opponents with the same combat power will be selected to fight. Then it's troublesome. The Realm King cupped his hands, and called out Jian Wushuang to engrave his name. Jian Wushuang did not hesitate, and immediately wrote his name on the stone wall. The moment the name was engraved, the opponent was chosen. Carlo, Starry Sky, the 6-star universe in the 9th-star district, once had the ability to kill the same level. He is also the god of the universe in the Temple of the Gods. There is a lot of information on it. Jian Wushuang recorded them one by one. After all, it is a life and death battle, so be careful. After doing all this, the king took him out of the arena. His fight with Carlo was set for a year later. And in the arena, there will be a life and death battle every 3 days. That is to say, more than 100 cosmic gods have completely fallen in 1 year. This figure is still exaggerated. The time in the outside world is calculated in epochs. I don't know how much the flow rate is different from the outside world. After leaving the arena, he asked about the black-robed python pattern the way. It seems that this is the first time he has seen the management personnel in Chaos City. After the Realm King heard it, explained with a smile. Hey, I'm going to tell you about this. She is the second consciousness in the entire realm of the realm, who can exist forever. The first he is the king of the great realm. She is called Meteor, and it was given to the great realm king by the great star official. It is not the consciousness of life, but similar to the Protoss. The great realm king respects her very much. So do you, regardless of seniority, but you must respect her, because her consciousness is connected to the entire realm king god realm. And she is the here. God of the realm king god realm? It's a bit of a twist, but it's not hard to understand. After chatting with the realm king, they chatted in front of a restaurant. The strange thing is that there is no reception in the restaurant. They all go in, find an empty room, and you can stay. The restaurant is a cave world. Every room is a world, seemingly small. The realm of the realm is actually infinitely large, because overlapping space can be opened up. Although space can be infinitely large, it cannot carry more consciousness. Find an empty room, push the door and enter. It's a beautiful valley. There are fenced courtyards, streams, and low hills. Let's stay here now. There will be a life and death battle in 3 days. I will watch a few more games, but I haven't come back. I know. Jian Wushuang nodded. Also understand the small rules in the battle of life and death. For example, the green scale powerhouse who won the 7th battle today, his next battle, half a year later, will also encounter an opponent with 7 consecutive victories. Strong duel. Gold content is high. However, the blue scale powerhouse has a depressed consciousness and does not care about reincarnation. It is more like in the last time. He knows the ultimate secret about the starry sky and makes his life more exciting. Chapter 6200. In the days that followed, instead of practicing, he kept watching this life and death battle. At present, his realm still needs to improve a lot. The first is the source. In the starry sky, there is still no way to condense the long river of time and space. The origin of time and space is different from the long river of time and space. And the difference is huge. You can cultivate a space-time origin, but you cannot create a river of time and space. The difference in essence is billions of times. Because the master of the original universe of time and space can do it. But to create the long river of time and space, it needs the realm of the gods. With my current state, it is too difficult to create a long river of time and space. Without opening up the long river of time and space, he could not even cross the divine tribulation. This is his disorderly path. It is enough for someone else to open up a universe. He needs to open up a long river of time and space. If this can't be done, there is no need to compete against the stars. The king of the great realm. Seeing this existence who has opened up the realm king continent, you may be able to know that you are one step behind in the condensing of the long river of time and space. So he is not in a hurry to cultivate. Instead, watch the battle of life and death every day, and bring yourself into it. Rekindle fighting spirit. I watched it for half a year. Most of the life and death battles are still 5-star universe gods. The 7-star gods of the universe are rarely seen in the battle of life and death. As for the life and death battle of the 8-star cosmic god, it may not happen once in hundreds of years. There are even fewer 9-star cosmic gods. In the entire realm of the gods, there are probably not 10 9-star cosmic gods who are willing to see the battle of life and death. It would be very good to be able to watch a life and death battle of the 7 stars cosmos god. This day, he came to the arena as usual. Along with him was the king of realms. Ordinary realm kings do not come. Only this time the life and death battle is special. The two sides have won 7 straight. Only 3 games away from a complete victory. Once you win, you will have to wait for the next 7-star god of the universe, with 8 consecutive victories. There is a list of life and death in the arena. Among the 7-star universe gods, there is a super powerhouse with 9 consecutive victories. However, He has been waiting for hundreds of millions of years. But he can't wait for another 6-star universe, who has won 9 consecutive victories. Of course, you can also wait and fight directly with the 8-star cosmic god. This is okay. And no matter how many streaks the opponent wins, they can challenge. With a gap of 1 star, no one dares to take such a risk. What's more, he has won 9 consecutive victories. To challenge the 8-star cosmic god is tantamount to dying, and the previous efforts have been in vain. Jian Wushuang does not have this confusion. If he can't wait for his opponent, then he will challenge the 7-star universe god. But I don't dare to be careless. If I encounter a super powerful among the 7-star cosmic gods, it will be over. In today's battle, do you know who is the most nervous? Who? Jian Wushuang was stunned when he heard the words. The king narrowed his eyes and said, "It's the butcher. Is that the 7-star universe who won the 9-game winning streak?" Yes, the king nodded and said, "The 7-star universe with 8 consecutive victories already exists. As long as there is a winner today, a 7-star universe with 9 consecutive victories will naturally appear. And the butcher can truly be freed." Butcher. This is the nickname taken in the realm of the king of the gods. A battle axe split out a 9-game winning streak. As a result, there is no opponent. There are only so many 7-star cosmic gods. How can there be so many lunatics? The first is billions of years. He is a cosmic who has just entered the realm of the king of the gods, and began to see the battle of life and death. No one knows why. It was said that he was reincarnated. It is also said that he has lived to the end of his life, and wants to know the ultimate secret in the starry sky. Opinions vary. The butcher himself never mentioned it. It has always been cold outside. The arena is rarely seen. This time he showed up. He stood on the sand platform, staring at everything. There is infinite power in his eyes. Jian Wushuang noticed the strength of the opponent with just one glance. Pure divine power is by no means an opponent. No wonder they won 9 in a row. This is the super powerhouse in the same rank. The key butcher is not a man from the temple of the gods. Born giants, it is only 1 word away from the giant gods. But it is different. He was barefoot, dressed in sackcloth, and had a battle axe around his waist. Shaped like a savage. After taking a glance, Jian Wushuang shook his head and said, "I can't be stronger than him." "So what, you want meet him anyway?" "Actually, I really want to try it." Jian Wushuang grinned. If he takes the initiative to challenge the other party, I am afraid that another 9-game winning streak and 7-star universe, who is about to appear, will die of anger. Staring at the ring, soon a familiar figure appeared. After simply reporting on the achievements of the 2 sides, the python-patterned girl came to an abrupt end. The battle in the arena also started. 2 7-star universe gods with 7 consecutive victories. There are 8-game winning streak, 9-game winning streak opponents waiting for them. It can be said that it is only 3 steps away from the ultimate mystery of the starry sky. Naturally prepare early. With one hand, they seized their respective weaknesses. Start hand-to-hand combat. The hum from the divine body. The divine body in the conscious world is simulated perfectly. Fighting again and again. The consumption is similar to the outside world. Jian Wushuang was fascinated by it, but the Real King next to him shook his head. "It's over, Longchong is going to lose." Longchong is the green scale powerhouse from before. The opponent is Yang Taishu. At this time, the fight between the 2 sides has reached a one-sided situation. Yang Taishu became stronger and stronger the more he fought, and Longchong was already unable to resist. Victory will soon be decided. This Yang Taix's secret technique is really ruthless. Every attack can stack up a power, and now he probably has the combat power of a quasi-8-star cosmic god. Arcane stacking. There will be backlash, but the other party can always carry it. And there is no lack of support in the divine body. Obviously, the secret method has reached the perfect level. In this battle, there is indeed no suspense. The butcher also took the initiative to leave, did not continue to watch. But Jian Wushuang always felt that Longchong had not used his full combat power. Because every time you make a move, you are afraid. If you really don't have a whole card, you're about to fail again. Why not just fight the backwater? Even if it falls, It will be a wonderful battle. Longchong is the of the universe after depression. You shouldn't be afraid of death. He won't really have a backhand. The Realm King also saw this problem. For a while, Jian Wushuang also became curious. The people on the field are all cosmic gods, not fools. The realms of the gods in the universe are similar. Even a 5-star cosmic god, as long as he has enough combat experience, he can see the problem. They are all looking forward to Longchang's absolute counterattack. Unfortunately, the battle continued until the end, and Longchang did not perform well. The divine body was completely shattered. It also represents a loss of consciousness. This made everyone very disappointed. That's it. Jian Wushuang couldn't help frowning. He definitely hides his strength. It's unlikely, right? The Realm King was a little unbelievable. Depressed universe gods are indeed a little weird. But it's not enough. Let's put water in the battle of life and death. It's been a 7-game winning streak. And suddenly you don't want to live? Everyone left with doubts. Chapter 6201. Jian Wushuang and the Realm King also walked out of the arena. Back at the restaurant, I was not in a hurry to return to the cave world. But on the balcony on the 2nd floor of the restaurant, drinking tea and chatting about what happened just now. Longchang is from the starry sky. He has a good background. He was also famous at the beginning. I didn't expect this kind of ending. To be honest, I'm optimistic about him going to fight the butcher. Jian Wushuang nodded slightly. The Realm King watched the battle of life and death, much more than he did. Even the butcher's life and death battle has been seen. While the two were chatting, I saw Yang Taishu on the street. He looked lonely, without the joy of victory. Walk slowly into the restaurant, directly into the cave world. There is indeed a problem. Jian Wushuang looked at the Realm King. There are doubts, but there is no way to ask directly. It can only be used for negotiation. Time flies. Another half-year has passed. Jian Wushuang's first life and death battle has also arrived. There are also many people watching the life and death battle of the 6-star cosmic gods. And Jian Wushuang and Carlo are the first life and death battle. Everyone wants to see how the newcomers who join the 6-star universe gods life and death battle are doing. Maybe in the next battle, you will meet yourself. You cannot skip the first 3 games of the life and death battle. After winning 3 games in a row, you can take the initiative to challenge the god of the universe, who is stronger than yourself. Of course, there are not many such lunatics. There was an 8-star cosmic who challenged the 9-star cosmic god. The result was a miserable loss. But the other party has no regrets. Just want to see the difference. This is not the case with Jian Wushuang. He wants to get back that sense of urgency. Fighting against the 6-star cosmic god, there is no pressure on him. Inside the arena, the Realm King was very at ease with Jian Wushuang, and chatted with several cosmic gods next to him while drinking tea. King of the Northern Realm, is this your disciple? That's right. The Realm King nodded. Good guy. Let your disciple participate in the battle of life and death. You can't do the thing of protecting the Tao as a Realm King? Humph, the Realm King snorted coldly. I am the Realm King, not a nanny. You think it's easy to protect the Tao? Who made you like doing this kind of thing? Indeed, the Realm King did this kind of thing a lot. The reason why he came to Realm King God Realm, when he had nothing to do, was to fool some people into reincarnating into the northern time and space. I will protect myself. As a result, after such a long period of time, there was not a single god in the universe. It was this time that the great Realm King personally took action and made Huiqing the god of the universe. Blue still relies on Danbao to become the of the universe, which has little to do with the king of the northern realm. After learning from the past, many universe gods no longer believe in the king of the northern realm. Often use this to make fun of each other. The battle on the field has already begun. Jian Wushuang let out a low drink, and his divine power suddenly soared. It has directly reached the level of quasi-7 stars. This made Carlos' expression change. Immediately panicked. His strength is also good. To choose a life and death battle is to go for 10 consecutive victories. Unexpectedly, he met the quasi-7-star universe in the first battle. Carlo clenched his fists with both hands and began to increase his divine power. reaching the quasi-7-star level as well. The universe gods who can come to see life and death have 2 brushes. This is also the reason why Jian Wushuang did not dare to challenge the 7 tribulations realm easily. If you encounter hard stubble, you have to plant it. Go ahead. Carlos slowly put on a posture. Jian Wushuang is the same. The 2 of them just stared at each other for a short time, and then they started to shoot. The powerful divine forces collided together, shaking all around. Jian Wushuang punched out and slammed into the opponent's back. I just feel my hands go numb. Undefeated god body. Carlos smiled lightly and kicked Jian Wushuang. With both hands to block, it was blasted out directly. The whole person was shocked. It stopped slowly. Enough. Jian Wushuang felt very good instead. Otherwise it's too simple to make sense. Right now, he hasn't used the ultimate inspiration technique. Shaking his wrist, he was thinking about how to break the opponent's undefeated body. That's a tortoise shell. Once broken, Carlo is the fish on the display board. Let him harass at will. Point out. Hammeng is shocked. Carlo chuckled lightly. This is useless to me. Your divine power is indeed very strong, but the foundation is a little worse. This evaluation is correct. Jian Wushuang's divine power is increased. Basic divine power pulls the hips naturally, but it's not the foundation. Then use the source to defeat you. Jian Wushuang raised his hand and pointed. The power of the stars exploded. The blue cold glow is like a sharp blade. This made Carlo look startled, a little flustered. Back quickly. Hands slammed to block. Puff. The palm is directly broken. There is also a crack in the body of not worshipping the gods. If you can hurt him, you can kill him. Carlo didn't dare to pick it up again, but Hammeng's speed was too fast. He had nowhere to hide. Then only attack. Take the initiative to attack and disrupt Jian Wushuang's fighting rhythm. The 2 also started a tug of war. Jian Wushuang kept retreating, and Carlo kept rushing up. The audience on the arena was very meaningful. Father like son. This Jian Wushuang is just playing. He didn't use his full strength at all. Carlo is lost. Among the 6-star universe gods, there is another fearful guy. Many 6-star cosmic gods frowned. This time the 2 newcomers surprised them a lot. Whoever wins is a huge threat to them. But there is no way. Everything has to be faced. Inside the arena. Jian Wushuang, do you just run away? Carlos' undefeated body was already broken. If it goes on like this, he will perish. You can stop if you want, then show your true strength. The other party gave him more than that. After being hanged for so long, I can still hold my breath. Obviously there are still cards that are useless. Has been relying on the undefeated body dragging hard. Either there is really no trump card, or the trump card is so powerful that it cannot be exposed so early. I want to save it for later use. Carlo is the latter. He frowned and stopped suddenly. Just the first battle. You forced me to use all my strength, Jian Wushuang. You should be proud of this. As soon as Carlo's voice fell, the breath on his body began to change. Arcs surrounded by arcs and black aura swept through the body. Shocking change. Aura of divine power swept around. At this time, Carlos' divine power has completely reached the level of the 7-star universe god. It's not bad that he is the god of the universe of the divine house. He really has a backing hand. 7-star combat power. This life and death battle for the 6-star cosmic is going to be exciting. Everyone on the viewing platform was excited. Most of them are cosmic gods who have not seen the battle of life and death. So naturally there is no pressure. The stress one has frowned. King of the Northern Realm. Jian Wushuang of Northern Time and Space. I am afraid it will be finished. TSK. I didn't see the indifferent face of the Northern Realm King. Maybe there is something behind. The Realm King said indifferently. It doesn't matter to me whether I win or lose. That being said, only he knows Jian Wushuang's true strength. Not to mention 7-star combat power, but quasi-8-star combat power. What about 8-star combat power? Chapter 6203. Jian Wushuang can even cut Shilu. He had seen the power of that sword with his own eyes. Although it needs to gather sword intent, it is very troublesome. But over the years, Jian Wushuang has been accumulating sword intent, which he can see. That sword can be left to the end, or leave it to the strongest opponent. On the field, Carlo, who leaked his trump card, directly suppressed Jian Wushuang. The suppression of divine power, as well as the suppression of speed. However, Carlo's repeated attacks failed to make Jian Wushuang retreat. The powerful divine power is no threat to Jian Wushuang. He uses Zizai Extreme Mind technique, which can be easily resolved. The important thing is the turtle shell on the other side must be broken. Otherwise, he can't hurt each other. After being suppressed, he simply used Zizai Ji Gong directly. What's the matter? Carlo's heart moved. Suddenly, Jian Wushuang's movements became smoother. But the divine power clearly did not increase. The combat power has risen to a terrifying level. You can easily get rid of him without doing anything. You've been hiding your strength, right? Carlo couldn't help but ask. Jian Wushuang nodded lightly when he heard the words. Anyway, the other party is a dying person. There is nothing that can't be said. In the first game, did I lose? Carlo felt a sense of powerlessness. Jian Wushuang could not be touched at all. And Jian Wushuang seemed to be playing tricks on him. And he didn't take the initiative to attack. Just hang him. Give me a treat. Carlo is going crazy. The audience on the arena is just like him. Especially those 6-star universe gods. This Jian Wushuang actually has the speed of the 7 stars cosmic god. How come I haven't heard of it in the Realm King continent before? Jian Wushuang. Indeed an unfamiliar name. Although there are quite a few cosmic gods in the Realm King continent, they are the strongest with the combat power of the 7-star cosmic gods. Most of them have names and surnames, so it's impossible not to have heard of them. Unless the other party has been in retreat and never came out. That is simply impossible, and it is too exaggerated to be able to have the combat power of the 7 stars cosmic god without being able to retreat all the time. Just when the universe gods in the audience were surprised, Jian Wushuang also found the opponent's weakness. Unbeaten? That is absolutely impossible. Otherwise, why would the other party fall? There will always be weaknesses to be found. I found you. Jian Wushuang's figure flickered, completely suppressing the opponent's speed. It was too easy for him to get close. When he was in front of Carlo, the other party hadn't reacted. He was instructed to destroy the undefeated body of God. The tortoise shell shattered instantly. Carlo was relieved. He stared at Jian Wushuang. So you've been looking for my weakness? His tone was calm, even in the face of death. It's not too embarrassing to lose to you. You can beat me easily, but you have to find the weakness of the undefeated body. I admire it. Any last words? Maybe I can help you. Jian Wushuang was not in a hurry. He doesn't know the other party. Although this is the world of consciousness, it is the most cruel death. No, as early as the moment I fell, I explained everything. It was an accident to come here, and it was an accident to meet you. Before I die, I will give you a piece of advice. Don't be careless, and don't feel that you are invincible and undefeated. It's fake, and falling is the way back. This statement seems simple, but it is profound. Undefeated, it is indeed fake. Even Starry Sky pioneers have to worry about the invasion of disordered land. Protoss will miss some time. Not to mention the god of the universe. They are still a constant threat. Longevity has already been able to do it. Although he has escaped from the supreme catastrophe, he has not escaped from this starry sky. The end of the road has also been locked. The road is dead. Their way back, of course, is to fall. Word, I got it. Jian Wushuang's eyes also sharpened. The final blow was decisive. It shouldn't be too painful. A hand knife easily shattered the source of the opponent's divine body. Fall instantly. Consciousness dissolves and feeds back into the realm of consciousness. The battle is over. The python-printed girl came out, first congratulating Jian Wushuang on his victory, and then reporting the time of the next life and death battle, and gave him a great axe medal. There are many life and death battles for the 6-star cosmic gods. There are many who won the first game, so the schedule is very close in 3 years. Jian Wushuang was not too happy at this time, not because of the pressure his opponent put on him. Rather, he put pressure on his opponent. On the viewing platform, a small 6-star god of the universe radiated fear. How could it be me? So many 6-star cosmic gods, how could it be me? He roared unwillingly. Let the cosmic on the side also have a pitiful look. There are also depressed cosmic gods who feel that the other party is ashamed. Two people, two views. Only Jian Wushuang respects the opponent's will. His second opponent is not the depressed universe god, and he is not pursuing a wonderful death in battle. Instead, he imagined that he succeeded in the 10 battles, and could be reincarnated into the giant god race. Although he was unwilling, he still complied. This is his choice to face. The first battle was won. Jian Wushuang walked out of the arena in despair. Jian Wushuang, you've changed. The realm king who followed up said, you don't have the bloodthirsty look you used to have. This may be the aftermath of the fall. Hate fighting. Hate death. Whether it's yourself or someone else. Originally thought he had recovered, but now it seems that he still drew a circle for himself. Lord Realm King, am I a failure? Nothing. Jian Wushuang, you are the pride of the northern time and space. You are in the ancient moon time and space, the of life, the of life. The secret method of resurrection has 1/3 of your credit. Killing the metal life, protecting the Wanlu Shenmu. Even Lord Weiss appreciates it. You, and you, also protected your home world, protected the inheritance of the Qi Temple, killed the Star of Death, and merged with Huiqing. How high-spirited you were. Thinking about the current Qi Temple, it is the largest force in the northern time and space. The Realm King recounted the merits he made in the first place. These are the glories to outsiders. But after he made it, he didn't feel much. Qi Temple? Back then, he entered the Qishan Temple in order to become stronger without sacrificing means. Cooperate with the White King to sacrifice Tsongshan in blood. Like a devil. As a result, the blood sacrificed a big man, the goddess Jiang Shang. In the end, Huiqing's master and apprentice were divided into life and death. Now he has not been able to save his disciple, and instead has to run around to save him. At first, the White King blocked him. Later, the White King fell, and he let the gods kill Broly's father. In the end, another terrifying existence was provoked. He is also in the Qi Temple, mixed between the gods and the true spirits. Obtained a lot of resources, and made rapid progress. He was very happy at that time. He also met Gong Miaoi, and the other party in the pit finally fell with hatred. Until the emergence of Dushing, he finally did something. Chapter 6204. I went to the ancient moon space and time to fight for inheritance. Fight for protection. It was not until he returned to the Qishan Temple and killed the living that he had some solace. Then to the later Realm King continent. There is always a crisis around. Because of him, many people have fallen. Now he has fallen. It seemed like it was all over, maybe long overdue. This world is very good. Even if the consciousness is depressed, it is also good to really fall in the end. I'm just a little sorry for Teacher Xuani. This is the only concern in his heart. Jian Wushuang, don't think about it. I'll take you to a place to relieve boredom. Anyway, the following battles did not pose any threat to Jian Wushuang. No more going to the arena to watch life and death battles. Otherwise, it will make him even more depressed. It also made Jian Wushuang feel the horror of depression. Completely deny yourself. But don't get depressed. The king of the realm knows this well. And those in the authorities are obsessed by those who are on the sidelines. Jian Wushuang doesn't think that he is depressed, but that his existence will bring more threats to the friends around him. Realm King God Realm, the northwest frontier. The scene here is very different from the realm of the King of God that Jian Wushuang saw. The scene here can be said to be like the end of the world. The mountains and seas roared. In the blink of an eye, the mountains fell, and the sea water poured in. There are also thunderstorms in the sky. This is exactly the same as the center of the realm of the King of Gods. This is the weakest place in the world of consciousness. There is a strong consciousness that has been invading here. If it wasn't for the great realm king, I'm afraid the whole world of consciousness would have been shattered long ago. Who is so courageous to invade this place? Jian Wushuang was surprised. This is the realm of consciousness. In the place created by the great realm king. Who in the entire starry sky has the courage? Jian Wushuang's eyes moved, and he thought of the land of disorder. Disorder promise. In the starry sky, Whether it is the long river of time and space or the Realm King continent, it is the target of the beasts, including the world of consciousness. A place of disorder. Jian Wushuang's eyes were deep, and there were many guesses in his heart. The place of disorder? Will it be the ultimate place of the world? The starry sky was born. The supreme rule was born. It seems to be the source of everything. This made him very interested in the ultimate secret in the starry sky. Although it has nothing to do with fighting spirit, it finally gave him some comfort. At least I have a thought in my mind. Not like before, not wanting anything. I'm too lazy to practice. Lord Realm King, you brought me here, I think I understand. When the Realm King heard the words, he smiled lightly. Actually, I just want you to see, some places are too small to control people. The same is true for you. The road is very long. Where are you going now? The threat of moss. You haven't helped me eradicate it yet. Don't lose your fighting spirit and go down. Jianwu double nodded his head. By the way, Lord Realm King, can the brokenness here be repaired? Of course. Those cosmic gods who received tasks to accumulate luck are to repair the loopholes in the world of consciousness. If you want to make this world more real and stable, you must understand these broken places. Then what shall I do? Jian Wushuang looked at the broken ground in front of him, unable to start. From the brokenness, the destruction is felt. That is a disordered force. Once it invades the entire world of consciousness, it will be destroyed here. The whole thing is simple. Chaos City has a treasure that absorbs this kind of power. When you take the quest, they will give it to you. But you need to eliminate the consciousness you absorbed. It is to use your consciousness to eliminate the broken consciousness you absorbed. In fact, it is still a battle, but a battle of deep consciousness. Jian Wushuang listened in the fog. After carefully identifying it, I understood it in my heart. Simply put, treat the consciousness of the broken land as a world beast invading from the disorderly land. Consciousness is invisible. The reason why Jian Wushuang can appear here is because of the world of consciousness. With the realm of consciousness, there will be awareness of the present. The consciousness of the beast will also be present in the depths of the broken land. But that doesn't make much sense. Forcibly attacking will only cost more. It is better to disperse consciousness and slowly nibble. What Jian Wushuang has to do is to use specific treasures to absorb the consciousness of those invading beasts. Then use your own consciousness to clarify. Battle of consciousness. Let's go back. Jian Wushuang intends to clear these consciousnesses from today. Although his strength is not the strongest in the realm of kings and gods. But willpower arguably comes first. Consciousness is mind power. Willpower is the power in the brain. That power is even more magical. The higher the talent, the stronger the willpower in the brain. Seeing Jian Wushuang regaining his confidence from here, the Realm King was very happy. The two left immediately. Returned to Chaos City. Town Evil Palace. There are more cosmic gods here. Depressed cosmic gods are, after all, a minority, and even fewer are able to see the battle of life and death. Jian Wushuang walked into the hall. Many people looked over. To be precise, look at the great axe medal on his chest. Jian Wushuang. He is Jian Wushuang, who shined in the battle of life and death today. How could he come here? After seeing the battle of life and death, no one will come here to collect tasks to accumulate luck. So it's hard to see the of the universe wearing the great axe medal here. In their opinion, those cosmic gods who see the battle of life and death are all lunatics. However, seeing Jian Wushuang coming in, a kind smile still leaked out. Jian Wushuang went straight to the counter in the main hall. Nobody operates here. If you want to receive the task, you only need to inject consciousness into the luck list above the main hall. Jian Wushuang's thoughts moved, and he entered the luck list. There are also rows of names above. First, the mountain accumulated luck value 1,000,000 points. Reincarnated willpower, the ultimate universe god. This is a 9-star universe god. However, the title of the ultimate cosmic can be added. It is estimated that it is very close to expanding the universe into space-time. The people who can come to the world of consciousness are the arrogances of the heavens. They are the gods of time and space who hope to become practitioners. Of course, this requires reincarnation. When you reach the Nine Tribulations realm, take the initiative to expand the universe and reach the realm of the Lord of Time and Space. There are also some heaven-defying generation who can break all laws with one force and become the of time and space directly. There are two kinds of space-time gods. Most of them are still innate space-time gods. For example, the Realm King and Dambao become an innate space-time god. There is no space-time god's combat power. Only the combat power of the cosmic can reach the nine-star cosmic god and expand the universe to become a long river of time and space. It is the of space and time. This was also learned from the great Realm King. It's just that many cosmic gods didn't have a firm will at the beginning, and they were anxious to break through to become cosmic gods. After reaching the 9 stars cosmic god, his strength has reached its peak. It is difficult to improve further, and he will choose reincarnation. Chapter 6205. Without that courage, consciousness will be depressed. Jian Wushuang has the origin of the starry sky, so naturally he will not consider this. He hadn't thought about that either. It was only after seeing this ultimate cosmic that I thought of this. The other party should just be unable to go on. So he chose to enter the world of consciousness to accumulate luck, and then reincarnate. The best way to reincarnate is to accumulate luck. A life and death battle is too risky, and the odds of winning 10 games are about the same as against the sky. Do not. It's the reverse sky. The 9-star universe directly shattered himself and forcibly expanded the universe into a long river of time and space. This is even a space-time god. In other words, it is also the master of time and space. At the beginning, Jian Wushuang thought so. It's just a lot more complicated than he guessed. Reincarnated with 1,000,000 points of luck, it is estimated that you can already enter the giant clan. Jian Wushuang looked at the list in a trance. There are many names on the list, as many as tens of millions. It is estimated that it has been built from here and accumulated to the present. Otherwise, there are so many universe gods. Since the starry sky was open, the endless years and the tens of millions of reincarnated cosmic gods are already incredible. The first million luck value. The second is only 600,000. A big difference. Jian Wushuang glanced at his ranking. After 10 million, the luck value is 0. But he didn't need to be mad to be alive. Hui Qing and the others will gather Yuan to save him. And his consciousness is disordered, similar to that of a world beast. The supreme rules of the starry sky can't control him either. Receive the task. As soon as his thoughts moved, his consciousness also came out of the list. An oval gray-white pot appeared in his hand. Magic pot. I saw the magic pot appear in his hand. The universe gods in the hall were all stunned. What is this Jian Wushuang going to do? In the second battle of his life and death battle, just 3 years later, he even got the luck mission? Crazy, don't go to prepare for the battle, really come to take the task. Many people do not understand. What do you know? I watched the battle today. Jian Wushuang has the combat power of the 7-star cosmic god, and there is no pressure at all in the second battle. I think I'm just curious and want to try it out. He glanced at the crowd disdainfully. Then he's quite crazy. The 6-star universe god has a few perverted powerhouses. I wonder how he compares to the jade-faced Buddha. Corn Buddha. Hearing this name, the expressions of many people sank. This is an extremely terrifying 6-star universe god. They won all 9 battles, and they all killed their opponents with one move. Because of the huge gap between the strength and the rest of the players, no one has been ranked. Still on hold now. Wait for an opponent of similar strength. After 7 battles, opponents will be matched according to their strength. The difference can't be too big, so it will be put on hold. Otherwise, the jade-faced Buddha would have already left in full victory. Although they are also very optimistic about Jian Wushuang, they are still a lot worse than that very character. Because today's Jian Wushuang battle of life and death, it seems that winning is not so simple. Jian Wushuang didn't care what others thought of him. He took the magic pot and walked out of the Temple of Evil. This time he was alone. Go to the northwest border. Back to the broken lands again. The shattering of consciousness is a silent battle. He took out the magic pot and began to absorb it towards the broken place. Manipulating this treasure is very simple. That is, manipulating it with mind power. However, the treasure also has a drawback. It is easy to fill up. Not too long ago, the magic pot is full. As soon as the thought force moved, he entered the magic pot. Begin to clearly absorb the destructive consciousness. After he entered the magic pot, he realized that this was a world. It's magical all around. Like hell. Wow! In front of him, at this time, there appeared a figure full of evil aura. Is a world beast. The new kid. The world beast was very relaxed, without any pressure at all. In the magic pot, the consciousness of the beast will be suppressed. And the magic pot allocated is also very particular. The basic divine power of Jian Wushuang is the 6-star universe god. And the magic pot allocated is the 6-star artifact. The destructive consciousness absorbed can at most condense the world beast of the 6-star universe god. However, the consciousness of the beast will be suppressed in the magic pot. To be precise, only 5-star combat power. Jian Wushuang can kill with a single thought. Aren't you afraid of me? So he was very surprised by the other party's attitude. Haha, what's there to be afraid of? It's nothing more than being beheaded by you, saying that you are a newcomer. You are really a pure newcomer. Why don't I explain it to you? I would like to hear about it. Jian Wushuang bowed his hands very politely. He didn't realize that the world beast wanted to punish him, or play a conspiracy. This is the magic pot world, and the other party has no threat. You're welcome, let's talk to you. The so-called realm of the realm is actually the world of consciousness. You should know that, but do you know what the bearer of this world of consciousness is? The consciousness of the great realm king? You guessed it right, it is indeed the consciousness of the great realm king. In fact, I didn't come for the consciousness realm, but to destroy the great realm king. Damn this man. He even raised the cultivator's level again. Going up, the land of disorder must eradicate such practitioners. Jian Wushuang was surprised when he heard the words. He didn't expect the other party to be this reason. World beasts are inherently evil and shouldn't devour everything. Don't they need any reason? Seeing his surprised eyes, the world beast continued. Hey, in fact, the land of disorder is not as bad as you cultivators think, but it is also as good. We were born to exclude dissidents, and the starry sky is dissidents, so we are mortal enemies. There is no need for any reason. We must divide the mortal enemies of life and death. You are quite direct. Jian Wushuang couldn't help but praise the other party. There is no twist and turn, and the relationship between the two parties is directly stated. Hee. What is this? I even had a drink with your great realm king back then, and the day before I destroyed the consciousness realm, I specially notified him. After the world beast finished speaking, he burst out laughing. Appreciate his own openness. If that's the case, then there's nothing to say. It's just that this world will lose its wonderful soul. Jian Wushuang really couldn't bear to kill the other party. If only he could enslave him. When the beast heard the words, he was stunned for a moment, then laughed. You are a newcomer. Maybe it's not worth it. I won't die. What you killed is just a consciousness. We will continue to meet in a while. Do not believe? You then absorb the broken consciousness. We will meet later. After he finished speaking, he automatically dissipated his consciousness. Jian Wushuang's eyes widened. This was the first time he had met such an opponent. The world beast disappeared, and a trace of luck was added after his name on the luck list. A trace of luck cannot be calculated. Need to condense the fruit of luck. It is a point. Chapter 6206. And if you want to condense the fruit of luck, you need to eliminate the broken consciousness of the 9-star universe level. What has been eliminated now is nothing but the broken consciousness of the 6-star cosmic god. Jian Wushuang calculated carefully. I am afraid that it will not be able to condense a fruit of luck for hundreds of millions of years. He is a 6-star cosmic and can only be at the border. The 9-star universe god, with a magic pot, can go deep into it. Gained luck is also faster. Most of the 9-star universe gods chose to reincarnate when they obtained 10,000 luck points. Because in the world of consciousness, more consciousness is consumed. Don't be reincarnated. Your consciousness is so weak that you fall asleep. And that's the end. Will backfire. Jian Wushuang's mind power left the magic pot and continued to absorb those broken consciousness. After the absorption was full, the other party appeared again. This time Jian Wushuang asked more things. The other party is also very good at talking. As long as you ask, just say it. Of course, some particularly secret things will not be told to him. From the other party's words, Jian Wushuang knew that there was only one world beast that invaded here. That is the beast in front of him. So the opponent is immortal. Morosa, if you attack the Great Realm King alone, are you not afraid of the star spirits killing you? Jian Wushuang was a little curious that the other party was so courageous. Being able to invade the consciousness of the Great Realm King shows that the other party is not weak, and it is also a high level in the land of disorder. But it is not the opponent of Protoss, otherwise it will attack the starry sky. Protoss! The world beast sneered. This is the world of consciousness. The consciousness of the Great Realm King can't carry the celestial spirit, so I am immortal. Jian Wushuang then reacted. No wonder the other party has no fear. Also, let me tell you, you'd better reincarnate quickly. There will be a consciousness stronger than me in the disordered land, ready to invade this place, and the consciousness world will be even weaker. It's useless to accumulate those luck. Some things require talent, and the same is true in the land of disorder. There are powerful world beasts and weak world beasts. Speaking of this, Morosa's words changed and then he said, I think your consciousness is good. It is better to be reincarnated in a disorderly place. I will find you a good body, and there will be no less than a starry sky. The territory of this place is not 100 times more chic than if you stayed in the starry sky to be a cultivator. No wonder. Jian Wushuang smiled bitterly. No wonder you told me so much. I'm afraid you have fooled all the universe gods who came here, just to pull them into the land of disorder. You finally got smart for a while. That's what I thought. If you have one less universe god, we are equal to 2 battle strengths. Then think too much. Jian Wushuang's mental power burst into a powerful beam of light, instantly killing the opponent's consciousness. Mind force left the magic pot again, and then absorbed consciousness. Again and again, 3 years passed in a flash. Also got up and left here. Return to Chaos City, and return your magic pot. He went to the arena. This time he was easy, arriving at the arena, only to find that the opponent has not arrived yet. The python pattern girl, watching the time. Once the time is up, if the opponent has not yet arrived, it is directly determined that Jian Wushuang wins. But the opponent will surely fall. Northwest Frontier. The place where Jian Wushuang had just left. A figure appeared here. He is not here to clear the broken consciousness of the invasion. Instead, he was ready to negotiate with the beast. Morosa, I promise you, reincarnated in the land of disorder. This person is the one who fought Jian Wushuang to the death. He knew he was no match. Now prepare to take refuge in the land of disorder. But things are not that easy. Because when they came, the consciousness marked where the Great Realm King was. Once you compromise with the beast, consciousness dissipated instantly. Although Morosa is comparable to the Great Realm King. But this is the realm of the Great Realm King. Also helpless. Still earn. At least one cosmic is missing. Inside the arena, Jian Wushuang wins. The python-printed girl directly gave Jian Wushuang the Great Axe medal. Your next life and death battle will be 30 years later. This time the delay was longer, because the opponents are very right, and need to be matched one by one. After 7 consecutive victories, every wait required tens of thousands of epics. Even waited. Jian Wushuang doesn't care about this. He won't wait. After 3 consecutive victories, he will challenge those 7-star universe gods. By then there will be no waiting. After leaving the arena, he went straight to the Temple of Evil. But this time, the magic pot he took was not at the level of the 6-star cosmic god, but 9 stars. Because no one operates here, you just have to choose. This Jian Wushuang has just participated in the battle of life and death, and came to receive the task. It seems that he doesn't want to try it out of curiosity. There is a coward who was eliminated directly if he didn't come. I'm afraid this Jian Wushuang is even more unscrupulous. And he doesn't care about the life and death battle that follows. You do not say. A lot of people are talking about it. Jian Wushuang left this place. Go to the northwest border. This time, he used the Jiuxing magic pot to enter the depths of the border. Where has lost consciousness? It's an actual black rock. Surviving here is difficult. Consciousness wears off quickly. Jian Wushuang didn't waste time. Directly said that the herdsman would absorb those broken consciousness. This time it took a full month to absorb it. As soon as the thought force moved, he entered the jade pot. Whoa! He appeared almost at the same time as the beast. 9-star magic pot. Morosa looked surprised. Boy, do you really want to live? Try it and you'll know. Jian Wushuang looked calm. The consciousness of the world beast absorbed by the Jiuxing magic pot is the combat power of the Jiuxing cosmic god. But because the magic pot itself is refined by the great realm king, it will suppress the consciousness of the world beast. Now Morosa has only 8-star combat power. But in Morosa's view, even if the battle strength of 8 stars is not something that Jian Wushuang can compete with, you can kill Jian Wushuang with just one breath. TSK, I think you really want to die. Morosa sneered. I really want to give you a chance, it's a pity. Reincarnated in a land of disorder? It was a huge scam. Because no one has ever succeeded. Even if it succeeds, it can't be passed back. In fact, many people are aware of this. Helpless to face death, or after depression and collapse. That's when he noticed that he was reincarnated into a place of disorder. The great realm king had persuaded him at first, but unfortunately it was of no use. Some people can't wake up. Can't get out at all. Reincarnated in the land of disorder is just a set of rhetoric of the beast. Once you give up resistance, you will be swallowed by the beasts. Increase your own awareness. This is why Morosa did not give Jian Wushuang a chance to reincarnate this time. Because he has the strength to kill Jian Wushuang and then devour the opponent's consciousness. No need to cheat. Why don't you persuade you to reincarnate this time? The corner of Jian Wushuang's mouth leaked ridicule, and he also pulled out the sword of myriad tribulations. Chapter 6207. Clang. The sword light is dazzling. The terrifying power of disorder is also surrounding the sword. Morosa saw this, and there was a look of fear in his eyes. The fear that came from consciousness seemed to be brought to him by nature. Haha, nothing to say? Jian Wushuang sneered. There was actually another reason why he was in such a hurry to come back. Know why your opponent doesn't show up. It was swallowed by the opponent. Don't be complacent. Even if you have 7-star combat power, you won't be my current opponent. Morosa was still stubborn. At the same time, it also saw the potential of Jian Wushuang's horror. Never stay. Maybe it will be the next realm king god. Or even the great realm king in the future. In a disordered place, such arrogance is not allowed in the starry sky. Must be removed. Immediately, a terrifying black mist spread. Divine power has also reached the peak of the 8-star cosmic god. Destroy me. Morosa punched out, and with a huge buzzing sound, the black mist condensed into a monster with an ugly face, and shot towards Jian Wushuang. Jian Wushuang was unmoved. Holding the sword of myriad tribulations in his hand, his consciousness rose. Although he is not the universe god, the power of consciousness is much stronger than the universe god. This sword is for disorder. Everlasting is also an enemy. Disorder and order. He shouted violently, and the sword shadow came out instantly. Directly shattered the black mist murderer. The figure flickered, actively rushing towards the beast. How is it possible for you? Morosa said in disbelief. Jian Wushuang's divine power is not so powerful, but it can burst out such terrifying consciousness. Directly suppressed him. Especially this sword. Disorder and order? Morosa also panicked, and gathered the black mist with both hands to form a giant shield, trying to stop it. You can't stop it. The sword light erupted again, and countless beams shot up into the sky. A sword cold glow erupted. The giant shield shattered instantly. Morosa's consciousness also disappeared immediately. Morosa, who was absorbed into the magic pot, is already dead. The main consciousness of the outside world suddenly felt the pressure. The consciousness that contained the nine-star cosmos was gone. It would take him millions of years to recover. Or absorb a nine-star cosmic to recover. Damn, Jian Wushuang, a little six-star cosmic god, can actually kill my nine-star consciousness. Morosa was unwilling, but also fearful. Such a power against the power of disorder made him a little uneasy. Jian Wushuang's thoughts came out of the magic pot. With a change of face, he looked towards the black rocks and said coldly, "Morosa, let's continue." Using the magic pot, he continued to absorb Morosa's power of consciousness. A month later, the magic pot is full again. He also entered it once again, beheading Morosa with one sword. Even if the opponent has 8-star combat power, there is no threat to him. One-shot kill. The consciousness of beheading Morosa. His consciousness is also increasing. Devour? This is his old business. However, he still left a trace of strength to the realm of the realm. Returned to the realm of the King of Gods. And his contribution value has soared to the top 1 million in 1 year. This shocked the universe gods of the entire realm of the kings. From the ranking of more than 10 million, it rushed to the top 1 million in 1 year. And it's fast. Almost never stopped. Regardless of the weakening of consciousness, he has been destroying Morosa's consciousness. 3 years passed quickly. Jian Wushuang beheaded Morosa almost 40 times. If it hadn't taken too long for the magic pot to absorb, he could have swallowed more. During these times, his divine power did not increase much, but his consciousness increased rapidly. What if I absorb all of Morosa's consciousness? Jian Wushuang's eyes lit up, and the feeling was unimaginable. That is random guesswork. It is impossible to really swallow the opponent's consciousness. The weakening of Morosa in recent years is just a drop in the bucket. To completely solve Morosa, I am afraid it will take hundreds of millions of epochs. And if the other party is seriously injured, they will escape. It is impossible to let him die in vain. Morosa's body should be a super strong man similar to the Great Realm King. If you want to rely on consumption, it is estimated that there is not much hope of consuming the opponent. But it is good to be able to drive the opponent away. Jian Wushuang nodded secretly in his heart. As long as he can drive away this threat, he can be considered a great achievement. In the blink of an eye, the battle of life and death arranged by the arena began. The third opponent has a quasi-7-star combat power. But compared to him, it is still a lot worse. Fortunately, the other party's consciousness is depressed, and there will be no burden in killing him. In order to follow each other's wonderful battle, he has been suppressing his strength, and at the last moment, he only defeated the opponent with a bit of luck. Before he fell, the other party smiled at him. It's a relief. In fact, with his current willpower, he can burst into a quasi-8-star combat power. To deal with the consciousness of the beast, he can explode the 9-star combat power. And he will continue to get stronger. After winning the 3rd-class Great Axe medal, the 4th battle was scheduled 20 years later. In this regard, he was not as concerned as he used to be, and briefly shared his thoughts with the Realm King, and then rushed to the border. After the king heard his thoughts, he stayed where he was, unable to calm down for a long time. Absorb Morosa? Jian Wushuang, you are such a freak. Although he couldn't accompany Jian Wushuang to the border, he could go to Jinxia Hall and keep an eye on Jian Wushuang's ranking. Every month it jumps up a place, even hundreds of places. Kill the 9-star world beast consciousness once a month. It's almost half a point of merit. 1 year is 6 merit points. 10 years is 60. 100,000 years is 60,000. If Jian Wushuang never stops, I am afraid that in 200,000 years, it will be able to completely win the first position. The people in Jinxia Hall looked anxious. Want this guy's consciousness weaken? Being able to keep fighting, he is a treasure with increased awareness. Everyone's eyes leaked in disbelief. 10 years have passed and Jian Wushuang has not stopped. Now it's another decade. Jian Wushuang has already entered the top 100,000. Frontier. In disorderly devouring, Jian Wushuang is like the terminator of all this. Let the terrifying Morosa hate to the bone. It was no longer Morosa who was terrifying now, but Jian Wushuang. Morosa was already starting to get scared. In just 20 years, the consciousness he lost will take an era to recover. This is more than what he consumed in the previous hundreds of epochs. Hundreds of epochs consume this consciousness, not to mention that his consciousness of devouring the realm of the realm of the realm can restore himself. It can be said that a simple recovery can be offset. But since Jian Wushuang appeared, not only has he devoured the realm of the realm of the realm slower, but now he has no time to recover himself. Jian Wushuang, let's make peace. Chapter 6208. I can give you anything you want. Morosa once again bewitched Jian Wushuang. Because he has no way to take him, he has used threats and abuse all these years. But Jian Wushuang doesn't eat hard or soft. Morosa, you are also a king in the land of disorder. Don't you think you are naive? In the magic pot. Just as Jian Wushuang drew his sword, Morosa began to beg for mercy. Makes him feel ridiculous. If he begs for mercy, will the other party let him go? If Morosa has the strength to kill now, I am afraid that he will not hesitate to shoot. Jian Wushuang, listen, I'm not deceiving you. There are many secrets in the land of disorder. More than the secrets of your starry sky. Don't you want to know? I know what you want to kill me for. Isn't it just for reincarnation? I can take the initiative to give you a large amount of consciousness and make you the number one in the temple of evil. You can reincarnate at any time, and you will also know the secret of the disordered land. This secret is not known among you starry sky practitioners. More than one pair of hands, plus which great realm king. In order to send away the sword Wushuang, Morosa also made a lot of money. He really does have some secrets of the disorder, the kind that can be told. It's nothing to say to Jian Wushuang, because it has no value. Could it be that Jian Wushuang can still kill the land of disorder? Going to the best, he can slap death sword Wushuang with a slap on his body. Interesting. Jian Wushuang heard the words and held the sword of 10,000 tribulations, raised his head and said proudly, Tell me, I also think it's boring to be beheading you back and forth all these years. Haha, that's right. Morosa said excitedly. Staying in the world of consciousness will not do you any good. You will not regret working with me. Stop talking nonsense and explain quickly. Jian Wushuang shouted angrily, not wanting to talk nonsense with the other party. Don't worry, you won't make any promises. How can I cooperate with you? Morosa is not a fool. He is also afraid of the other party's empty-gloved white wolf. What if you regret it then? What kind of guarantee do you want? At least make a poison oath. Jian Wushuang immediately stretched out his hand and swore an oath to the rules of the world of consciousness. Several of them were added by Morosa, the kind that is as poisonous as it is poisonous. There was no negotiation of that at all. Even after the violation, these oaths would not really fall on Jian Wushuang. But the oath in it is extremely vicious, and just thinking about it will make people's mood change. Still bound. This time, enough is enough. Jian Wushuang's face was cold, pretending to be unhappy. In fact, everything is faked by deceiving the other party. When Morosa heard the words, he let out a smile and said indifferently, Of course you can now. You have to listen carefully. Maybe after you hear the secrets of the disordered land, you will join in. Oh, you say that, I really can't wait. He was really intrigued by the other party. The secrets of the discord. He has heard a lot. From the king of the realm, the king of the great realm, to the present Morosa. All the mysteries seem to be in the land of disorder. The whole world is wrapped. The outside world is disordered. The starry sky has changed from disorder to orderly space. The supreme rule was born. The whole process is the biggest secret. Jian Wushuang most wanted to know this, to see if the other party could say these useful things. When Morosa saw this, the atmosphere had reached its peak. Began to speak. Let's start with everything in chaos. A land of disorder. Haha, Morosa sneered at first, as if he was disdainful of his origin, but also proud. Jian Wushuang was fascinated. He originally thought it was the other party who slapped him. After hearing the logic behind it, it is similar to what the king said. It's just that there are some things that the realm king didn't tell him. Maybe the realm king himself didn't know it. The origin of the disordered land is actually a world with supreme rules. That world is now the place of disorder. It has borders and a thriving civilization. It is extremely huge, and you can see it by looking at the current disorder. An incomparably prosperous civilization will also have a day when it will be broken. The orderly world began to crumble for some unknown reason, until complete failure. When the orderly world is destroyed, life will also be destroyed. However, from Morosa's words, Jian Wushuang learned that there was no life in the original world. It is a world in which consciousness coexists. There is no concept of life. The stronger the consciousness, the stronger the strength. Just like the current realm of the gods. When Jian Wushuang heard the secret, his eyes narrowed. Although there was no evidence that the other party was telling the truth, he believed it. Because he also had the same guess. Otherwise, where did the world come from? There will always be a source. Or the end point. Morosa said this, and his tone began to become low. Speaking of which, I am also the consciousness in the land of origin. Since the destruction of the world of origin, it has become a place of disorder, and my consciousness has also transformed into this image, floating all day long, and there is no way to go, has become the walking dead. Time is blurry, no one can feel time, because everything is disordered, until a powerful consciousness was born, and he created the starry sky. The creator of the starry sky. Jian Wushuang's eyes flashed. That's what he cares most about. The destruction of the origin world, although it sounds shocking, is far less important than the opening of the starry sky. This can be the same as his future path. The two sides have a link, and it depends on how the founder of the starry sky creates the starry sky which step they can take in the future. Morosa looked at him and nodded, and said with emotion, I used to follow the founder of your starry sky back then. Back then everyone regarded him as and regarded him as the savior of the world. After speaking several times, Morosa's eyes turned blood red. But he lied to us. The words were almost roared out. And Protoss. It's not enough for them to die 10,000 times. Jian Wushuang, do you think the beasts are evil? Morosa suddenly looked at Jian Wushuang and began to ask, don't you think we all deserve to die, not deserve to live, and should not attack the starry sky? Yes, Jian Wushuang nodded without any hesitation. Ha! Morosa laughed wildly. I knew you would say that, I knew it. It's a pity that those old brothers believed in the founder of the starry sky, and said they would bring us a new home. But they used their consciousness as the fuel to create the starry sky. Countless old brothers who wandered from the origin world were all killed by the founder of the starry sky. They used their consciousness to open up the starry sky, forged the highest reincarnation, and gave you your current consciousness, as well as the damned flesh and blood. This book he promised us. Chapter 6209. How could he forget? Forget the promise he made to us. As Morosa spoke, tears already appeared in his eyes. Although I don't know if it's true or not. But the creator of the starry sky in this story, really it. Fool people go to work for themselves, and finally kill the donkey. But these have nothing to do with Jian Wushuang. What you said has nothing to do with me, and I don't want to know. He said indifferently. You can sympathize, but your position is different, and there is no need to say more words of comfort. Either you are dead or I am dead. You can't go against the stars with Morosa. Without the founder of the starry sky, there would be no practitioners like them. He can't make himself defect because of the other party's bitterness. White-eyed wolf. We just want a home of our own. What's wrong with us? You're not wrong. What's wrong with us? Jian Wushuang said angrily. You seek revenge for the founder of the starry sky. I won't stop you. And I don't have the strength to stop you. But if you take action against the cultivator, this will not work. I said too much. Morosa also felt that he had said too much. He quickly waved his hand and said, Stop talking about this. Let's talk about those imitators. The imitators? Jian Wushuang heard the words and said in surprise, Is it possible that there are other stars in the disordered land? Morosa sneered. Humph. How easy is it to open up the starry sky? The world they opened up is not stable at all. And since the founder of the starry sky appeared, we have spontaneously resisted, Because the land of disorder is so big, it appears having a starry sky has already given us the pressure to survive. If there is a second one, there will be a third one and a fourth one. At that time, I am afraid that we will really be monsters, which will affect the development of life, and will be eliminated if we conform to nature. This guy is right. There is no right or wrong between disorder and order. Only stand in the opponent's position, doing the right thing. Jian Wushuang also nodded slightly. Some substituted into the other side's position. Because all this is too far away from him. To open up a second starry sky, he has that ambition, but to achieve it, he has a long way to go. They were all destroyed by you? Jian Wushuang revealed a surprised expression. Morosa was very proud. Yes, they were all eaten by us. Those old guys who want to follow suit should be damned. The land of disorder, after all, belongs to the consciousness of our origin world. Where we live, no one can drive us away. Jian Wushuang also thought of the former goddess, and the copying of the starry sky failed. Or it was disturbed by Weiss and failed, and finally fell. Since it is a disorderly place to fight, why didn't you help the goddess in the first place? It is for this reason that he hides the origin of his starry sky, and has always been careful. But now that there is the threat of discord, he feels that some explanations don't make sense. Morosa, is there a limit to the land of disorder? I have no idea. Jian Wushuang raised his brows and sneered. Aren't you willing to talk about this question? Hee, you underestimate me too much. I can actually say everything in the land of disorder, and tell it to you. You are useless. A place of disorder, a place of disorder. How can there be a margin? Even if you find the margin and pierce the space, you can still reach another place of disorder. Morosa smiled proudly. The power of the disordered land is far from the starry sky. Jian Wushuang heard the words, but a terrifying thought appeared in his heart. I see. He nodded. The bottom of my heart was extremely shocked. The founder of the starry sky is probably the same as these world beasts. The great realm king realm can be expanded with the consciousness of the great realm king. Then the starry sky can also be expanded according to the starry sky creator. Back then, so many world beast consciousnesses were annihilated, creating a real world. I am afraid it is to open up a space that is the same as the origin world. The consciousness of the world beast that died out at the beginning turned into particles, and finally mastered life. This is probably one of the secrets in the starry sky. Far from being as cold-blooded as Morosa said, those dead world beast consciousnesses may still be thanking the founder of the starry sky. Everything the other party does is truly beneficial to the world. At this time, Jian Wushuang's heart is firm. The breath on his body burst out suddenly. With one hand, a cyclone gathers directly. Morosa, I have decided, you must get out of the realm king. Immediately after that he started. Morosa was furious, but there was nothing he could do. Life. You damned beings, you all deserve to die. Unbelievable it. Morosa took the initiative to burn out his own consciousness, and did not give Jian Wushuang a chance to shoot. Humph! Jian Wushuang sneered from the bottom of his heart. It was quite fast to escape. It happened that I knew a lot this time. Go back and have a further in-depth exchange with the Realm King. Maybe the Realm King will know some of these things. Back in the city, first saw the battle of life and death. It's easy to win. For him, 10-game winning streak is a matter of time. When he found the king, he told the story of Morosa. The Realm King was also startled when he heard it. Not the secrets Morosa said. It is what Jian Wushuang will do next. You want to completely destroy Morosa's consciousness? Yes. Jian Wushuang nodded firmly. Wait a minute. You let me slow down for a while. How strong is Morosa's specific strength to destroy Morosa's consciousness, do you know? The Realm King paused for a while before asking. Jian Wushuang frowned and said, I don't know, but as long as I have enough time, I can do it. His recovery speed is not slow, but it can be eradicated, but can your consciousness bear it? This is what the real king is worried about. A Morosa will not let Jian Wushuang sit here. Practitioners in the starry sky are much more precious than world beasts. You're optimistic. Jian Wushuang held it with one hand, and the divine power transformed by consciousness suddenly soared. It's just that he has reached the level of the 9-star universe in an instant. And there is even room for improvement. It is close to the of time and space. I have that strength, and I can absorb Morosa's consciousness. Not only will I not be injured, but I can also become stronger. Even though my consciousness is only stronger, it can also help me expand the source starry sky. But I can't feel the power. This is the world of consciousness. I don't have the power of the starry sky for me to absorb. Speaking of this, Jian Wushuang couldn't help but sighed. The Realm King's eyes widened. First he was surprised that Jian Wushuang's consciousness was so powerful. Then his eyes moved, and he said in amazement, "The realm beasts in the land of disorder are precisely transformed by consciousness. You have not heard of it yourself. Well, since their consciousness can have divine power, why can't you?" Jian Wushuang pointed at himself, and then his heart shook. Yep, he just reacted. Chapter 62:10. Consciousness is strong enough in his own source starry sky. He has everything he wants. Of course he's not that strong yet. But it is still possible to draw strength out of disorder. In this way, his consciousness and source power can be enhanced. Lord Realm King, you are really my lucky star. After speaking, he couldn't help but try it in the source starry sky. Sure enough, some power can be extracted. This power is the power of disorder. Unordered transformation. All-inclusive. Any power is available, as long as there is enough disorderly power. He really has this. And after absorbing Morosa, he will not go straight to the sky. Lord Realm King, help me ask the Realm King if there is a bigger magic pot. Now this is not enough for me. Jian Wushuang felt the rise of power. He has been unable to suppress the belief in ascension. At this moment, he once again returned to the way he used to be brave. You look down on me too much. This is the first generation of the great Realm King. When I opened up the Realm King continent, I can see the existence of the Realm King God Realm wherever I want. Oh, wait for me to finish. Just do your best, leave the rest to me. Jian Wushuang's figure had risen to mid-air, and he gestured towards the King of the Realm, and then burst out of the air. The King of the Northern Realm who remained rubbed his hands together, feeling a little helpless. Hey Lord Prophet, I've been miserable. This guy is crazy, I can't control it. Forget it. Let's go and meet the seniors of the great Realm King. The Realm King also left the residence, and went to the center of the city. Jian Wushuang returned to the borderland again. This time he went deeper. Just to fill the magic pot quickly. This will be more efficient. At this time, his credit is still far from the first. Set a small goal first. And if it's less than 100 million credit points, it won't stop. Jian Wushuang sat cross-legged in the illusory space of the borderland, with the magic pot beside him absorbing Morosa's consciousness. He is refining the power of disorder in the source starry sky. In the end, it all transformed into the power of the starry sky. The source and the divine body have been increased. And again he was all-inclusive. At the same time began to study the beast magic. And the ultimate eternity. The ultimate eternity has yet to be improved. Even he has already gone to the level above the ultimate ancient change. Time passed by Morosa's curses again and again. Jian Wushuang went back several times in the middle. Haven't seen the Realm King. After seeing the battle of life and death, they rushed back. Over the years, the universe gods in the city have been talking about him. A life and death battle swept everything. While rushing points in Jinxia Hall. Thousands of years have passed. Now Jian Wushuang is ranked 76th in Jinxia Hall. I don't know if the Realm King got me a more powerful magic pot. He was still thinking about a more powerful magic pot. Once a month, it was reduced to once every 10 days. But he was still not satisfied. The current position is already on Morosa's face. Going forward, he was afraid that he would fall into a disorderly place. At that time, Morosa quickly took hold of him. In recent years his origin has improved rapidly. The basic divine power is average, although the divine body can withstand it, but he does not despise the added divine power. It is better to improve the ultimate ancient transformation. As long as it is increased by 10%, it is hundreds of millions of divine power. If those cosmic gods knew that not only could he cultivate in the realm of the Realm King, but he was still not satisfied, they would probably jump and curse. When will the first perfect river of time and space truly condense and succeed? Jian Wushuang, with his hands behind his back, inspected his source starry sky. At this time his source starry sky, because of the strong consciousness, expanded a circle. The quartet also had their own buys. In the darkness, a long river is gradually being perfected. The whole starry sky is full of stars. The scope is vast beyond imagination. Now his starry sky, if compared with the outside world, already has the size of the original northern time and space. And the origin of his starry sky also lit up to the size of the ancient moon space-time. Although compared with the northern time and space, it is a long river of time and space connected by the universe. But the power contained in it is unimaginable. After all, the ancient moon space-time carried an unknown amount of life that requires a greater consciousness. Of course, this is what the Realm King bears. Without the universe god, the Realm King can endure it. If he couldn't bear it, he arranged for someone to enter the Realm King continent. The reasoning is similar to that of the realm of the King of Gods. But it is one space level away. The path that Jian Wushuang is taking now is inspired by the secret Morosa said. Create a world that can retain consciousness first. To create life. Because life has no consciousness, it is a fool. That's why he wasn't in a hurry to create life. As for the cat that Weiss got, it must be Weiss' hands and feet. Otherwise, the cat would not be so smart. Just from the eyes can see, is a great wisdom. Time and space are still not enough, like a temporary house, not stable enough. And there is no realm of time and space. He patrolled around, and now it is not only the power of the source that is lacking. There is also a lack of boundary compensation. After all, he is still a master of the universe. The vision is high enough, and the pattern is okay. But this is all empty, and the real time and space must be created. This is not as simple as creating the origin of time and space. As soon as the source is condensed, it can be used. The long river of time and space that carries consciousness requires step-by-step exploration. You can't go wrong at every step. Time flies. Jian Wushuang used the magic pot to absorb Morosa's consciousness, and then beheaded, waiting for the time to refine the absorbed consciousness, expand the source, and increase the divine power. In the blink of an eye, his 8th battle has arrived. After 7 consecutive victories, he has been waiting in line for thousands of years. He also rushed to the 2nd place on the evil suppressing list. 900,000 credits. It is still far from his 100 million. Almost 100 more epics are needed. On the day of the life and death battle, Jian Wushuang hurried back to the city. At this time, the arena was already full of people, are waiting for this battle. Originally, Jian Wushuang was going to challenge the 7-star universe god. But because of his renewed fighting spirit, he focused on cultivation and did not choose 7-star universe as his opponent. It can be said that he did not take the battle of life and death in his heart. But this time, after seeing the opponent and the opponent's information, he made a change. Concubine Wu, from the starry sky, he is a disciple of a Protoss messenger under Weiss, and he was once instructed by Weiss. The 6-star cosmic of divine power, and the 7-star cosmic of combat power. He is the strongest one he has ever encountered in the battle of life and death. Even stronger than those 8-game winning streaks. There is every chance of reaching 10-game winning streaks. The key is because of the identity of the other party, who is Weiss. Although Weiss is a Protoss, he seems to be very free and easy. In fact, there are still some forces under his command. Speaking of which, he is also from the faction of Weiss. It's better to have water. See you later. Jian Wushuang, I know it's not your opponent, but I recognize it. Chapter 62:11. Concubine Wu was wearing a fiery red leather skirt and moved with the aura. Her fall is also very embarrassing. She wandered in the starry sky and encountered a terrifying poisonous insect. After being poisoned, she did not choose to go back, but continued to explore, hoping to obtain more treasures. It turned out that the poisonous insects came from the void. and the poison erupted. She died in an instant without giving her time to call for help. Fortunately, she also came from the Divine Academy and was a disciple of the Celestial Messenger, so she would naturally be arranged in the realm of the King of Gods, with the hope of reincarnation. In the end, she was still so strong. I don't want to spend my consciousness to accumulate luck. I just want to try the arena. The first 7 battles went well. Unfortunately, I met Jian Wushuang. Don't be in a hurry to admit defeat. Who said my opponent is you? Jian Wushuang smiled indifferently, and he gestured. I decided to change my opponent. When this sentence came out, the audience was shocked. What? Changing opponents at this time is against the rules. He must be crazy. Wouldn't it be that he fell in love with the of the universe of the gods? There is such a possibility, the 6-star Valkyrie, but very few. I am afraid that such an appearance is also famous in the gods, but unfortunately she has fallen. In the realm of the King of the Gods, especially in the arena, no one will know Lin Xiangxiu, except now. The sword is unparalleled. Many people stared at Jian Wushuang in surprise, wondering what he was going to do. At this time, a skinny old man in the seat spoke up. Don't forget, there is another rule in the arena. When you change your opponent, you not only need to challenge the 7-star cosmic god, but also challenge the cosmic god, who has won more consecutive victories than you. Everyone turned to look. The old man wore a black robe with a calm face. It is a 9-star cosmic god, and it is also a very ancient 9-star cosmic god. He has also seen the battle of life and death, and has won 6 times. Waiting for the opponent for hundreds of millions of years. I have not waited for the 7th battle. Obstinate old man. It's rare for you to come to watch the life and death battle of the younger generation. TSK. This may be the last time I watch the battle of life and death. The bitter old man smiled wryly and shook his head. He couldn't wait any longer, and he would lose consciousness any longer. Prepare for immediate reincarnation. Waiting for hundreds of millions of years, it is possible to opt out. After quitting, the winning streak will be converted into credit points, which can be reincarnated. Hearing this sentence, everyone was also surprised by the old man's decision. But soon everyone's attention shifted to the center of the arena again. The python-robed girl appeared. Jian Wushuang, you can think about it. Next, you will randomly select a 7-star universe with 8 consecutive victories. Think about it, let's start. Jian Wushuang nodded indifferently. Concubine Wu stared at Jian Wushuang in astonishment. Why are you avoiding the war? She was extremely puzzled in her heart, and the bright side could easily win her. And among the 6-star universe gods, there are 9-game winning streaks. The fastest 10-game winning streak. At this point he chose to switch opponents. Jian Wushuang heard the words and said easily, I will get the Tomahawk medal for 10 consecutive victories today, and it has nothing to do with you. Tomahawk medal? When did you say 10 consecutive victories? Concubine Wu couldn't believe her ears. Just today. Jian Wushuang's confident answer shocked the audience. I want 10 consecutive victories a day. Totally impossible. After winning the 7th game, Jian Wushuang wanted the fastest life and death battle, so he needed to choose the 7-star universe with 9 consecutive victories. After the 8-game winning streak, you need to choose the 8-star universe god. The last battle is the 9 stars universe god. This is not a win either. It's all random. If it is said that Jian Wushuang challenges the 7-star god of the universe, regardless of the victory, they still believe that Jian Wushuang has that strength. But the 8-star cosmic god, even if there is no victory, there is no hope. Not to mention the 8-star cosmic god, even the 7-star cosmic, who is now challenging for 8 consecutive victories, has no hope of winning. The python-robed girl slid through the space, and a row of names appeared. Immediately it started beating. In the end it settled on an alien. Haha, it turned out to be me. It looks like I missed it this time. A terrifying giant with a crocodile head jumped down from the audience. He slammed heavily on the flat bottom of the arena, and slowly raised his head to look at Jian Wushuang. Human, your luck is very bad. When you met me, I heard that you are still ranked 2nd in Jinxia Temple, and you are about to surpass the 1st. I really don't want you to meet me. and I want to see you surpass the first. This sentence caused everyone in the audience to scold. Get cheap and sell well. It was him. Jian Wushuang didn't care at all. He slowly stretched out his hand and said indifferently, "You really can't see it, it's a pity. Universal Divine Sword Warriors, the 7th battle start now." Concubine Wu next to her was immediately teleported to the viewing platform, and Jian Wushuang and the alien powerhouse in front of him also began to fight. Dead space. The alien powerhouse with the crocodile head shouted angrily. The surrounding space transforms. The meaning of death permeated the entire arena. Jian Wushuang was unmoved, and when the space completely descended, he suddenly drew his sword. Clang! Blue cold light emerges. A sharp light and shadow illuminated the whole world, and immediately began to erupt. Sword light fills the world of death. Numerous tiny cracks appeared. The space was instantly occupied by Jian Wushuang. "I know death better than you." Jian Wushuang only took out a sword, then retracted the sword into the sheath. Click! Dead space shattered. Dead space against the sword of death. This is the result. The true meaning of his death, which was absorbed from the extinction of life, is far from being comparable to any alien powerhouse. You actually broke my dead space." The alien powerhouse was a little unbelievable. His dead space can trap most of the 7-star universe gods, and it can even achieve the effect of shock killing. The 6-star cosmic cannot survive at all, not to mention broken. Don't be complacent. This is not my real strength. Pull out your sword and come with me again. The word of war has not yet been exported. The consciousness of the alien powerhouse began to collapse. Just like dead space, it finally collapsed. The dead can't die anymore. This is the power of the source. And he just used the death sword in the source of the starry sky. Now his source strength has reached an unfathomable level. It is not comparable to ordinary universe gods at all. The 7-star cosmic god, who had won 8 consecutive victories with one sword, was shocked. No one spoke, no sound. Is this a library? It's so quiet. The king of the northern realm walked into the arena scoldingly, and saw Jian Wushuang standing in the center of the arena. No surprise at all. This is normal. Although I haven't watched Jian Wushuang's previous battles, I've heard a lot. All instant kills. The same goes for a 7-game winning streak. It's only a 7-game winning streak. There's no need to be so shocked. Chapter 62:12. King of the Northern Realm. You can clearly see Jian Wushuang's opponent. That is the 7-star cosmic god with 8 consecutive victories. What? The Realm King jumped up in fright. How is it possible that his opponent is not Concubine Wu? How can it be a 7-star universe god? Immediately, there was a thunderous cry in the arena, and lively discussions. Only then did the King of the Northern Realm learn that Jian Wushuang had changed his opponent halfway through. The original opponent, Concubine Wu, was standing on the spectator stage, her face shocked beyond recognition. "I want to take the 8th battle," Jian Wushuang shouted loudly. At this time, only one person in the audience was pale. It is the existence of the 9-game winning streak among the 7-star universe gods. He stared at Jian Wushuang with a dark face. In this battle he could not escape. After waiting for a long time, I want to wait for a 7-star universe with 9 consecutive victories. In the end, there was a monster. A monster that can slash the 7-star universe with a sword. He's conceited though, because he has 9 straight wins. But he wasn't so conceited that he could kill the 7-star universe god, who had won 8 consecutive victories in one blow. War? Don't fight. Where to go back? He had nowhere to escape. No contest required. It was directly sent to the arena by the girl in the python robe. Do not. Am not reconciled. 9 consecutive victories for billions of years. Why is this the result? He did not blame Jian Wushuang, and stared at the girl in the python robe. It's not fair. I choose not to fight. Even if I die, I have to defend my rights. But as soon as he finished speaking, his consciousness completely collapsed. Jian Wushuang wins the 8th victory. This scene once again shocked the audience. This guy really would rather die. You don't know. Conceited people will not be willing to lose to an opponent who is weaker than themselves, and do not want to be the stepping stone. By the way, I heard that when he first entered the arena, it was because his consciousness was depressed. Later, he suddenly wanted to be reincarnated because of what happened, and he went to the end after one battle. I didn't expect this result. This ending drew many sighs. It's a pity that a genius is about to be reincarnated. But now they are more concerned about Jian Wushuang's next plan. Are you really going to take on the 9th battle? That is the 8-star cosmic god. And still immediately. In case those 8-star universe gods with high winning streaks arrive immediately, it may be over. Jian Wushuang, don't be impulsive. The Realm King began to persuade. There are also several 6-star cosmic gods who have won the 9-game winning streak. If you don't want to wait too long, you can stop now. And in a few days, you will choose to fight over the higher ranks. There are still 8 7-star cosmic gods. Winning streak, don't worry. This sentence angered those 7-star universe gods. King of the Northern Realm, I advise you to be kind. The fighting strength of the unparalleled brother. One sword kills 7 stars. One sentence scared the 7-star cosmic who had won 9 consecutive victories to death, affecting the performance of Brother Wushuang. Yes, hurry up and go somewhere cool, don't make trouble here. Jian Wushuang, we support you. Continue the battle, and go back with a 10 victory today. You are the most powerful universe in the entire starry sky. What do these people mean? The Realm King will not know, and immediately scolded several 7-star universe gods. The gap between the 7-star cosmic gods and the 8-star cosmic gods is huge. As far as Jian Wushuang killed the 7-star cosmic with one sword, any 8-star cosmic can do it. Completely qualitative difference. Insurmountable. I don't know if he is the strongest universe god, but I know he is the strongest universe lord. Jian Wushuang just glanced at the king of the Northern Realm, and then gestured with his hand. I want to take the 9th battle. Boom! The whole place shook again. Good job, brothers of the 7 stars cosmic god. We have survived the biggest catastrophe. I actually really want to fight with Jian Wushuang. I also use a sword. I don't know whose sword is stronger. Some of the cosmic gods, who were depressed, were also a little disappointed. But it attracted the roar of the universe gods who wanted to reincarnate by winning 10 battles. Don't pretend to be a master. With your little strength, it's not enough for Wushuang to draw a sword. What a master! Why do you want to fight? Okay. Hurry up and win 8 consecutive victories and see how I kill you. For a while there was chaos in the audience. The girl in the python robe also showed a hint of admiration at this time. When looking at Jian Wushuang, his tone was no longer stiff. Jian Wushuang, are you sure that the 9th battle will start today? Your opponent will be an 8-star cosmic god. And it will be an immediate 8-star cosmic god. Maybe a cosmic with 8-star 6-game winning streak. Yes. Jian Wushuang did not hesitate. Seeing that he was so firm, the girl in the python robe stopped talking nonsense, and immediately began to scream. At this moment, the audience was silent, waiting for the name to appear. Many 8-star cosmic gods clenched their fists. Want to see who has such good luck. Swish! Yi Liangchen, the 8-star universe god, 6 consecutive victories. In the audience, a very arrogant young man stared at the name in disbelief. It turned out to be me. The next moment his expression burst into joy. Haha, with my luck, even if I reincarnate on the spot, I'm afraid I will be reincarnated into the giant god race. Yi Liangchen laughed wildly. A Khonshu. Calm many 8-star cosmic gods cast envious glances. Picked up a giant axe medal for nothing. You can reach the 7-game winning streak in the 8-star universe god. It is only 3 games away from the 10-game winning streak. Brother Yi, congratulations. Congratulations to Emperor Yi Tian. Congratulations, Brother Liangchen. Many people have already started to congratulate. And Yi Liangchen also clasped his fists and said politely, thank you everyone. Don't praise me too much. Maybe Wushuang brother, and hidden. Then I may be the stepping stone. That being said, who would believe it? The 6-star cosmic god. To hang up the 8-star cosmic god? Moreover, Yi Liangchen still has the combat power of quasi-9 stars. Who can break it? Those who were still touting Jian Wushuang just now are congratulating Yi Liangchen now. Obviously all clear. Jian Wushuang cannot win. Boom. Yi Liangchen took one step and came out of the sky. After falling into the arena, he stretched out his hand and said, "Brother Wushuang, for the sake of fairness, I will suppress some divine power a little. Let's have a relatively fair battle." This sentence made the king scold. I picked up a bargain, and am still pretending to be arrogant here. Jian Wushuang is fighting for his breath, and him to death for me. The realm king couldn't help but jumped and cursed. Although he is worried about Jian Wushuang, he wants to be more rational about Jian Wushuang. Can take the initiative to take over the life and death battle of the 8-star universe god. There must be a whole card in hand. Jian Wushuang will naturally not disappoint the realm king. Random. He clasped his hands. And this time he did not choose to use the source, but used divine power. The ultimate eternity. With an angry shout, Jian Wushuang's divine power began to rise. Aha! Boom! Chapter 62:13. The entire arena was shaking. Jian Wushuang's divine power exploded directly to the 8-star level. This, Yi Liangchen was also taken aback. Not to mention those cosmic trials in the audience. The 6-star cosmic god said, "How come his divine power has reached about 8-star? It is estimated that the divine power is really hidden." Jian Wushuang turned a deaf ear, and in a flash, his figure rushed towards Yi Liangchen. Although I am surprised that Jian Wushuang's divine power can reach the point of about 8 stars. The bottom of my heart is very calm. He has a quasi-9-star combat power. But after his next punch from Jian Wushuang, he chose to explode with all his strength. Jian Wushuang's divine power is about 8 stars, but the combat power can reach 9 stars. Yi Liangchen was injured and retreated with one punch. "You, why are you still hiding your divine power?" He widened his eyes and couldn't believe it. Jian Wushuang did not give him time to react. He shot again and appeared directly behind the opponent, condensing a terrifying colorful beam, which burst out brazenly and directly broke through Yi Liangchen's divine body. This time it is not as simple as an injury, but a serious injury. It's over. The arena fell silent again. The realm king also grew his mouth. He knows that Jian Wushuang's origin is more powerful. And now that the divine power has a 9-star level, doesn't it mean that the origin can kill the 9-star? Only at this moment did he really relax. "Jian Wushuang, you can't be this strong, you must be cheating. How can the 6-star cosmic be so strong? Even if you have the divine power of the 8-star cosmic god, you shouldn't be so strong. That's your lack of knowledge." Jian Wushuang slowly shook his head and said, "It'll give you a lot of insight now." Speaking of which, he completely broke out of the ultimate freedom. The speed is like a white light. He was behind him in an instant. A punch smashed Yi Liangchen's left arm. The next moment his right arm also burst open. Jian Wushuang took the opportunity to kick the opponent into the sky. Below him, clumps of pink power condensed. A huge wave of light was born. He suddenly raised his hand and rushed to Yi Liangchen in the sky. Bang! The crackling sound even pierced the eardrums on the spectator seats. "Is he dead?" Someone blankly pointed at Yi Liangchen, who had no scum left in the sky, his eyes dull. "It seems like that's how it happened. Now the pressure is on the 9-star cosmic god's side. It has nothing to do with our 7-star cosmic god, haha. Someone is already delirious." I even began to wonder if Jian Wushuang was a gap sent by the land of disorder. It is to kill the high-end combat power in the starry sky. The idea was later rejected, because the great realm king in this city is invincible. In Chaos City, dare to fight the sky. This is the commentary of the City Lord's mansion. No one dared to object, because there was a 9-star universe who challenged the bottom line of the great realm king. As a result, consciousness shattered instantly. Only then did they discover that their consciousness was in the realm of the realm, while the realm of the realm was in the sea of consciousness of the great realm. Especially in Chaos City, the great realm king can easily change whatever he wants. It came out of nowhere. If you want any source path, You can also be born immediately. It's no different from the land of disorder. The only difference is that the great realm king is invincible in his own territory, and the realm beasts in the disordered land are not. After all, the Protoss went out to kill the beasts. There is no world beast that can be invincible in the land of disorder. Or will you worry about the stars? The 9th battle, Jian Wushuang wins. The voice of the girl in the python robe fell, and the audience did not vibrate. They are all looking at the 9-star universe gods who are watching the battle of life and death. At this moment, they are even more excited than Jian Wushuang. They all want to witness this unprecedented feat. One of the hard-working old men in black robes took a deep breath. The 6-game winning streak among the 8-star cosmic gods has been screened, and the 6-game winning streak among the 9-star cosmic gods will not be screened. Don't worry, senior. This time we all support you. Why don't you take the initiative? Several 9-star universe gods walked up with smiling faces. This time they were really scared. The combat power that Jian Wushuang had just erupted had reached the level of the 9 stars cosmic god. Although they are not ordinary 9-star universe gods, they are afraid that Jian Wushuang will explode again. By then I was dumbfounded. Cough, you don't come here. Everything depends on fate. I don't believe it will be me. The bitter old man smiled proudly. He didn't want to play either. It's not that I don't dare. It's that I don't want to. Simply don't want to. I just want to see Jian Wushuang break everything. Witness history together. Rather than making itself history. Win or lose, being selected will exist in history. For example, winning against a heaven-defying cosmic god will be reviled. If you lose, you still get scolded. It's not a good feeling to be scolded as rubbish. The python-robed girl was screened again. There are few names this time. There are only a few 9-star universe gods. Everyone's eyes didn't dare to blink. They were all waiting for the result. Kaka. Bitter. Life. Old. People. 4 big characters floating in the air. My life is like this. The hard-working old man looked up at the sky. Is it really a problem with the name? He was really miserable. It was originally a super powerhouse in the 9th star district in the starry sky. A Khonshu. There was a family, and later the family was swallowed by the monsters in the void. He is inspired to become the strongest among the universe gods. Join the sect. As a result, the sect was destroyed and was hunted down by the enemy. Endless starry sky, endless years. In the end, he became the god of the 9 stars. And on his way back to revenge, he encountered an attack by a world beast that had not been encountered in hundreds of millions of years. Shattered the king's continent. Came to the 9th star district. The poor old man was destroyed by the aftermath of the battle between the star spirit and the beast on the way to revenge. The fall is extremely embarrassing. In order to make up for it, he entered the realm of the king of gods. After coming here, he also doubted himself. Later I found that my luck was okay. In the arena, win 6 life and death battles in a row. Slowly I regained my confidence. He can't wait for his opponent later. That is now, he has the idea of reincarnation. I want to start all over again. At that time, the family and the sect will be completely renewed. He will have everything he once had. But the day before he was ready to reincarnate, driven by curiosity, he came to the arena to watch the life and death battle of the 6-star universe god. Unexpectedly, the life and death battle of the 6-star cosmic can actually burn the fire on his head. In terms of the degree of unlucky, the starry sky is the first, and no one dares to say the second. Ugh! The bitter old man let out a long sigh and took the initiative to walk down the auditorium. Jian Wushuang, I don't know if it's you who suffers, or if I call for suffering. It should be suffering. This sentence made Jian Wushuang a little embarrassed, because he couldn't understand it. Senior hard life. You are the most powerful among the 9-star cosmic gods. How can you have a hard life? He immediately remembered that he had come from a weakling. And that was a hard life. I know better than anyone what it feels like to be taken away from everything. Chapter 62:14. On the wedding night, his wife was taken away. In pursuit of his wife's whereabouts, he spent a lot of thought. After finding his wife, He thought his life was over. But on the road to find a master, I thought I was already at the top. Master can be found quickly. As a result, after leaving, the wife, children didn't know what was going on. Billions of years. It went by in a flash. Everything is dust. Seeing your hard life, compared with mortals, you have no idea how many times better. You can become a 9-star universe god. And your luck is even against the sky. I don't think your life is hard, but I think you are very lucky. Then I'll borrow your auspicious words. The bitter old man gave a wry smile. The two bowed to each other. This battle is a farewell. Go ahead, Jian Wushuang shouted, and a sharp sword light appeared in his eyes. Divine power erupted together with the source. Clang! The sword of 10,000 tribulations was pulled out. He will use the strongest sword to meet his strongest battle. 9 stars are also enemies. Clang! The sword light burst out. Form an infinite sword shadow. It seems that the entire realm of the realm is to be opened up. Suddenly rushed towards the hard-fought old man. The 6th sword of the Starry Sky catalog is far from comparable to the first 5 swords. This sword carries too many things. It is also the perfect sword condensed by the power of disorder he has absorbed over the years. It was the peak of the 6th sword. If he wants to play the 6th sword perfectly, he still needs to go through the supreme divine tribulation. The bitter old man frowned and stared at the sword. With one hand raised, a black diamond border appeared in front of him. Refraction. Take my life for your life. It depends on which of us suffers more. At the moment when Lingjing appeared, everyone leaked shocked faces. This is the mirror of fate. How can there be hardship? It's over, God of destiny. That is the real God of time and space, stronger than the messenger of the star spirit, and is already close to the king of the great realm, and his treasure of destiny will be in the hands of Ku Ming. It's not real, it's just imitation. The realm king was well informed, and he noticed the strangeness at a glance. Because the fate reflected did not reach the level of the supreme rule. The sword light rushed over. The mirror did reflect a sword light. However, the sword light was still heading towards the bitter old man. It is stronger than the genuine sword light emitted by Jian Wushuang, because refraction will add up. It was originally just the power of a sword, but because of the hard-earned old man's treasure, he doubled the difficulty abruptly. It seems that my life is more difficult. He gave up completely. Hands open to meet death. Swish! The sword pierced through the hard-fought old man. The divine body of consciousness shattered. Everything has become a bubble. One of the strongest 9-star cosmic gods in the entire realm of the gods was defeated by Jian Wushuang. Why didn't say fall? It's because the other party still has consciousness left. Look at the sky. Everyone looked up. I saw a huge phantom appearing in the sky. AH's skin is the same as Kai Wang's, and his appearance is even similar. It's just that majesty that makes everyone show respect. The king of the northern realm even knelt down. The king of the great realm. Although Jian Wushuang did not kneel down, he bowed to meet him. This is the strongest existence in the consciousness god realm. The first great realm king, who opened up the realm and established the realm of the realm. Except for the star spirit, this is the one. Although Protoss is powerful, it is not a cultivator after all. The great realm king of the first generation was a practitioner. I have seen the great realm king. The girl in the python robe also bowed and saluted. Suing smiled lightly. Jian Wushuang, congratulations on your victory in 10 battles. You can meet me at the city lord's mansion later. Yes. Jian Wushuang nodded respectfully. He did not expect the great realm king to speak so well. After he finished speaking, the consciousness that affected the hard-working old man disappeared. Only then did the audience realize that Jian Wushuang had won. Win outright. The shot is the strongest sword, and won 10 consecutive victories. Become the 4th in history. He is also the first 6-star universe in the entire history, who defeated the 9-star universe, and won 10 consecutive victories. The congratulations are endless. Jian Wushuang did not have any excitement, because he has that confidence. Even if the 6th sword is not enough, he can completely explode his consciousness, and raise his divine power to the 9-star great perfection. Who will be his opponent at that time? 9 stars great perfection. There are not many in the entire Realm King continent. Is the real supreme power. The invincible powerhouse under the god of time and space. That's why he is so confident. Bitterly old man? Jian Wushuang looked at the girl in the python robe. He wondered why the poor old man was taken away. Of course, not wanting to kill each other. Just pure curiosity. This is the rule, a life and death battle. It was just taken away. The rest of the people were not surprised because he defeated the 9 stars universe god, who still cares about the life and death of the poor old man. Hard life, no loss is hard life. But when Jian Wushuang learned the truth, he admired the other party's good fortune. It's time for the old man to decide to reincarnate. Maybe you haven't noticed that there is no black and white in the realm of the Realm King. You should know this. Actually, when I talked a lot earlier, the time a lot has passed, and now it's day 2. Jian Wushuang heard the words, and admired the hard-working old man even more. It actually made the girl in the python robe delay it for time. This life is simply not too good. As for why the battle of life and death was not interrupted, it was because of the order of the great Realm King, who wanted to see if Jian Wushuang could defeat the old man. Now it looks like it's a win. Either way win. He walked out of the arena calmly. Cheers followed. He did not go directly to the city lord's mansion. Instead, he returned to the place where he stayed with the king of the realm. Cave World. By the lake. Jian Wushuang fishes leisurely. Whoa. At this time, the Realm King pulled away and rushed over. Why did you come back, and you are still in the mood to fish? Now the outside world is all talking about you. That hard worker has been reincarnated, but he has awakened his memory, and he will be laughed at. But if one person here is reincarnated successfully, your record will be if you are exposed. Then you will become a peerless genius in the starry sky. And the hardworking old man is still the hardworking old man. It's just rumors, it's not hard life. I really want to wake up my memory. He has already succeeded. More successful than many people present. Why bother to talk about it? In the face of Jian Wushuang's rebuttal, the Realm King also nodded. Jian Wushuang, you have grown up, and now you will educate me. How dare I? Jian Wushuang waved his fishing rod and said indifferently, how about eating fish at night? Sure. The reason why he didn't go directly to the city lord's mansion was because of his state of mind. Fishing for heart. Eat fish go. Remember to be respectful when you meet the great Realm King. The Realm King looked at Jian Wushuang's back, with pride in his eyes. Chapter 62:15. With the complete rise of the northern time and space, you can see the unparalleled one. After Jian Wushuang left, there was also a message on his summoning token. The 7 sources have been gathered. Jian Wushuang can be resurrected at any time. Hold on. This is the king's answer. Maybe Jian Wushuang stayed here for a longer time, and the growth rate would be faster. Outside the city lord's mansion, Jian Wushuang came alone. On the way, he met many cosmic gods who greeted him, and he replied one by one. There is no arrogance because of his 10-game winning streak. Jian Wushuang, the junior asks to see you, shouted, but no one answered. He didn't know whether to enter or not. But just as he looked up, he found himself in the city lord's mansion. This is an elegant loft. On the balcony on the 2nd floor, the great Realm King sat on a chair and drank tea leisurely. Looking at Jian Wushuang below, he said, "Come up and talk." With just one sentence, Jian Wushuang had already arrived at the chair next to the great Realm King. Magic. Curious. This is Jian Wushuang's mood at this time. But these are small things and don't waste time and opportunities. He immediately said, Senior Great Realm King, I want to know the ultimate secret of the starry sky, and I also want to get a magic pot that can carry more world beast consciousness. Simple. The Great Realm King waved his hand, and the surrounding world changed again. Out of order. A vast and disorderly place. It was deserted, and there was no movement. But Jian Wushuang felt the flow of time. Every breath is an endless cycle of reincarnation. After a few breaths passed, the screen began to change. Jian Wushuang seems to be deep inside. Look, the starry sky is about to be born. In the barren disorder, countless figures suddenly appeared. All are beasts. Moreover, they are also extremely powerful beasts, each of which is no less than Morosa. The moment when these world beasts gathered here, Jian Wushuang thought of Morosa's words. As predicted, the creator of the starry sky is the beast. In the blink of an eye, these world beasts began to die out. A pole absorbs all of this awareness and power. Immediately the pole began to burst into a gleam of light. Always shining. There is no intention to stop. This makes Jian Wushuang a little curious. It is possible that the time and space opened up by the starry sky will take a long time. Every breath. I don't know how much light of reincarnation. The great realm king, seeming to see his doubts, said indifferently. The starry sky has been opened up. It is the extreme. What? Just this little bit? He couldn't believe it, and thought that the great realm king was joking with him. If you don't believe me, then turn it back and zoom in for you to see. The great realm king waved his hand, and time went back to the time before the world beast died out. The poles start to enlarge, not expand. Among the extremes is the current starry sky. It's just that at that time, there were no 4 major dimensions of time and space, and it was already the realm king continent. 12 floors of the starry sky, 12 constellations. At the same time, a strange being in a strange costume appeared. This is the star spirit. They each have a scepter. Jian Wushuang saw Weiss, and it seemed that the other party saw him too, and gave him a signature smile. The gesture of covering his mouth did not change. Then look at the rest of the Protoss. The star spirits are similar in appearance. One of the small Protoss was standing in the first star sector. He seems to be different from other celestial spirits, but Jian Wushuang can't tell which one is. After the portraits of the 12 star spirits appeared, in the first star sector, there is also a throne. The throne carries Jian Wushuang on his back, but it can be seen that there is a slender arm on the throne. The hand is also different from the human race, but has yellow skin and 4 fingers. He is the founder of the starry sky. The great realm king nodded and said, yes, the entire starry sky was created by him. Can't you see the other person's face? No. The great realm king shook his head. In fact, the most curious thing about Jian Wushuang is the founder of starry sky. Curious about each other's looks and other identities. This question, since he heard the secret that Morosa told him, began to think about it. I wonder if Teacher Xuani is the founder of starry sky. Otherwise, how could he give him such a powerful treasure? From a young age, he began to guide him. It seemed to guide him all the way to the stars. Now I can't see the right face, and am a little disappointed. Teacher Xuani's face should be that of a kind old man. It's nothing like the leaking arm. Then look down. The time of the stars is quickly lost. He saw a huge scorpion in the first star area, and his heart was also shocked, as if he had seen each other. This is the eye of the giant god, and the ancestor of the giant clan. The eye of the giant god? Jian Wushuang was shocked. This is also a big man. I heard that he is already the ultimate powerhouse in the space-time god. The life created is the first in the starry sky, constantly changing with changing faces. In the end, the king continent appeared on the top of the starry sky. He also saw the great realm king when he was young, and he was in high spirits. From the 9th star sector. It is the pride of the entire 9th sector. He opened up the 4 major dimensions of time and space, and opened up the realm king continent. It also opened up a strange world of consciousness, such as the realm of the king of the gods. Just like the origin world Morosa said. After seeing the end, Jian Wushuang learned about the era of the great realm king, which is actually at this moment, because there is not a single breath in total, but experienced so much in the stars. Call. After reading all this, Jian Wushuang let out a long sigh of relief. Not excited. I had already guessed it before. Nature is calm now. The great realm king glanced at him and said with a smile, little guy, you are the first person to be so calm after reading this. To be honest, I've already guessed it, so I'm not too excited. Jian Wushuang answered truthfully. Then you're not curious. Why did the 12 star spirits appear in the end when those realm kings died out? Aren't they also world beasts? Jian Wushuang pointed to the influence of Weiss, and then said, It should be better to have a relationship with the founder of the starry sky, and it is also for better management of the starry sky. This is what he guessed. The great realm king laughed after hearing this. You think too narrowly about the founder of the starry sky, and underestimate the existence of star spirits. They are indeed world beasts, but they are the masters of world beasts. After the beast's consciousness was completely shattered, not all of them entered the starry sky, but 12 star spirits were condensed. To be precise, there was actually only one star spirit, the big star officer. But the big star officer couldn't. Having endured so much, I took out 11 parts of the power from the body and created the current 12 star spirits. Speaking of which, these star spirits still have to take care of the big star officials and call them Godfather. It turned out to be like this. Jian Wushuang was shocked when he heard the words. The power is too much to bear, so if you take out 11 copies at will, you will be 11 celestial spirits. Chapter 62:16. How powerful does this big star officer have to be? There is a big gap between Protoss and cultivators. It can even be said that practitioners cannot surpass the celestial spirits in their entire lives. The sky-defying Great Realm King, the character who covered the starry sky, is not the opponent of the star spirit. Even encountering a star spirit, it will be crushed. The Great Realm King is the ultimate of time and space. Compared with the star spirit of the stars, it is indeed a big difference. But with his talent, the Great Realm King is no longer a ghost. After all, the power of the star spirits comes from the big star officials, and it involves the origin, which is the power left by those world beasts. No wonder Morosa hated Protoss so much. The origin of the starry sky has been sparsely known, but Jian Wushuang is concerned about Morosa in the bottom of his heart. He also admired the Great Realm King even more. It is possible to open up this world of consciousness in the starry sky. Wouldn't it be possible to open up a starry sky? Just because of lack of power. Power is something that can actually be cultivated or absorbed. The original King of Gods did not deceive those world beasts, and finally opened up the starry sky by himself. Senior Great Realm King, I have one last thing I want to ask you. Jian Wushuang bowed his head in a respectful tone. But it doesn't matter. The Great Realm King had a kind expression on his face, as if he knew everything. The younger generation wants to know the origin of the disordered land. He had wanted to ask this for a long time. He couldn't believe what Morosa said, and wanted to know something from the Great Realm King. The secret of the starry sky has lost its appeal to him. He wants to know more about the nature of this world, or its origin. After the Great Realm King heard it, he took a deep breath, but did not speak. Finally sighed. I can't answer you this question, because I don't know it myself. There are too many secrets in the land of disorder. Not only those world beasts, but maybe you won't figure it out until you reach the real limit. The Great Realm King shook his head slightly. Nice eyes can't be deceived. Even if Jian Wushuang's strength is nothing compared to the Great Realm King, he can still see the fear in the opponent's eyes. Maybe because of the God King he couldn't say it. Even in a world created by oneself. It was me who was abrupt. Jian Wushuang stood up and saluted again. It's nothing. What you care about is right. You can't put your vision on the Realm King continent, or even the starry sky, but the entire disordered land. After reaching the cosmic God, right and wrong are no longer bound, and you should pursue the ultimate. When the Great Realm King said these words, his eyes flickered. There is a flash of memory. This light is a black mist. Jian Wushuang lowered his head and did not notice. The conversation with the Great Realm King soon ended, and also got a magic pot that can carry the of time and space. Allow him to quickly devour Morosa's consciousness. Finally got an unexpected receipt. With the magic pot, he was ready to go directly to the border. But he was stopped by the king of the northern realm. Jian Wushuang, are you really not going to leave? The Colosseum won 10 consecutive victories, and was awarded the Tomahawk Medal. You can specify reincarnation directly with the memory of the past life. However, the outside world, Hui Qing and others, have collected special origins for him. and they can also reshape the new life. Both paths can be directly reborn. But at this time Jian Wushuang was not in a hurry at all. Instead his fighting spirit rose. Want to eradicate the threat for the great realm king. Completely ruined Morosa. Wait for a while. I want to help the great realm king get rid of Morosa. This sentence startled the king. He stared at Jian Wushuang with disbelief, looked around, and after finding no one, he said anxiously, Jian Wushuang, are you crazy? What role is Morosana? Do you understand? I know that he is a world beast, an incomparably powerful world beast, the kind of world beast that can wrestle with a star spirit. Jian Wushuang replied bluntly, then you still have to go. Even if your thought power is strong, the pressure of consciousness can consume Morosa. But have you ever thought about it? Anything will happen in the land of disorder. If there is a way against you, you will be finished. Morosa can fail many times, and it's consumed a lot. It's a big deal and slaps the and leaves, and you? You only have one life left. You can't play those world beasts. Come with me. The king of the northern realm kept persuading. But it is to say that the immovable sword has no tenacity in the bottom of his eyes. No sooner said than done. 100,000 epochs, tell Hui Qing them. Wait for me 100,000 epochs. He didn't explain anything anymore. And his figure rose directly into the sky, heading towards the frontier land again. After reappearing, Morosa appeared directly. Jie, it seems that you are on me? If not, Jian Wushuang directly took out the magic pot and began to absorb Morosa's consciousness. The magic pot made by the great realm king himself is really unusual. It only took a day to absorb it. With a heartbeat, he entered the magic pot. Morosa's clone was already waiting for him. You are arrogant enough to absorb so much power from me. But do you know how strong I am now? I don't know, but it's enough to kill you. Powerful consciousness, except for the great realm king. He is the most powerful in the entire consciousness world. Boom! Brazenly shot sword light swept the entire magic pot world. In just a few breaths, Morosa's clone was strangled. The land of chaos, the deity of Morosa. The extremely ugly face is extremely hideous. Damn human monk! He roared angrily, and the surrounding nothingness was shaking. In the ugly red eyes, the mist filled the air. Beth, bring your treasure over here. His eyes also looked into the depths of the disordered land. There are countless statues there. When the word Beth was shouted, one of the statues began to loosen, the crack above it shattered, and finally a world beast similar to Morosa appeared. His eyes also turned to the position where he was called. Morosa, a human kid, forcing you to be like this, what a waste. Although he said so, his body was very honest, and he rushed towards the deity of Morosa at the fastest speed. Jian Wushuang doesn't know yet. Morosa really has a backhand that he doesn't know, as the king said. In fact, he was still too confident, and felt that he could deal with it even if he had a backhand. This is too small to look down on those world beasts. Repeated cycle several times. He absorbed more of the origin of the beasts. The source starry sky also lights up more universes. The complete river of time and space is getting brighter and brighter. And it is a lot of perfect universes. In the blink of an eye, an era has passed. Morosa's consciousness also dropped significantly. Jian Wushuang was extremely excited and accelerated his speed. Every time is an instant kill. Under this situation, Morosa is not an opponent at all. After absorbing Morosa's consciousness again, Jian Wushuang entered the magic pot with a thought. As usual, after entering the magic pot, he wanted to shoot directly to kill Morosa's clone. Chapter 62:17. But this time with all his strength, Morosa on the opposite side did not move. Jian Wushuang, do you still think him the same as before? Morosa raised his hand slightly, and a powerful pressure struck instantly. That terrifying power has reached the level of the of time and space. It is definitely not a power that Jian Wushuang can deal with. Jian Wushuang was also taken aback. He did not expect the other party to find a way to deal with him so quickly. But this is a magic pot. He knows how much power he absorbs. Morosa should not be so powerful. What surprised? Morosa had a look of disdain on his face. There are still many things that surprise you, but you won't have the chance to see it in the future, because you will be swallowed up by me immediately, and it will be my power. It's impossible. The magic pot was made by the seniors of the Great Realm King. You can't bring so much power. He knows the power that the magic pot carries, and it is impossible to bring any more. How could Morosa take advantage of it? Hearing his questioning, Morosa's mouth rose proudly and said, "You wouldn't think that the Great Realm King who opened up this world." Before the words were finished, the magic pot suddenly shattered. Morosa was startled and said angrily, "Old guy, do you dare to take action?" The magic pot was broken. Jian Wushuang also got rid of the coercion and instantly relaxed. "Morosa, do you really think you can crush me?" An angry shout came from the air. I saw a huge face pressing down. The breath was so strong that it was impossible to breathe. Morosa's clone disappeared instantly from the outside world, and a huge face followed. It's just that this face is extremely ugly. The king of the great realm. Jian Wushuang was ecstatic when he saw the person coming, and he couldn't help but get excited. This was the first time he saw the ultimate powerhouse of a cultivator. It is also the pride of practitioners. Great King, compete against Morosa, a world beast who can compete with Protoss. You go back first. The Great Realm King glanced at Jian Wushuang with kindness in his eyes. Yes, Jian Wushuang didn't say much, and after handing over his hands, he directly broke through the air and left. It's not something he can interfere with anymore. Naturally to leave. Staying behind is also a hindrance, distracting the Great Realm King. After leaving the frontier land, he felt a powerful aura from behind. The bottom of my heart couldn't help trembling. Sure enough, Morosa's backhand is not what I can imagine. Jian Wushuang sighed. According to the original plan, it was to eradicate Morosa, but now that I think about it, he is naive. Even the king of the Northern Realm saw this, but he was the only one who kept going. Although I felt a little lost in my heart, when I thought of returning to the Realm King continent immediately, my mood recovered a lot. The king of the Northern Realm was already waiting for him at the city gate. Just as he beckoned, the Realm King trotted over. "Jian Wushuang, let's go now. You've already been targeted by Morosa. It's not good for you to stay." "Yes." He nodded solemnly. Seeing this, the Realm King immediately took out a piece of jade slip, and after chatting with each other, colorful lights appeared on the two of them. "Haha, I'm finally leaving." The king of the Northern Realm smiled happily. He has been here enough for all these years. Unlike Jian Wushuang, who can cultivate and fight, he can't do anything. It is more comfortable to return to the Realm King continent, or to go to your own northern time and space. The streamer flashed. The consciousness of Jian Wushuang, and the Realm King instantly disappeared into the world of consciousness. A pair of big hands raised the two of them, and they had returned to the Realm King continent while the sky was spinning. It's just that consciousness returns, not the flesh. Consciousness floats above the realm of King's continent. The king of the realm rolled his eyes, and after seeing a ray of light, he said loudly, "Where is it?" "That is the eastern center of the King's continent. Dongxing Star Territory." As soon as he saw the position clearly, Jian Wushuang felt that his consciousness was pulled away, and that feeling made him feel very uncomfortable. But it was only temporary, and he regained consciousness almost instantly. Opening his eyes, he was floating in the sky. The sun was shining, and there was no one around. Looking down, he saw nothing on his body. As soon as his heart moved, a thick black robe appeared on his body. "Call." He just let out a breath. "Where's the Realm King?" He looked around twice, but didn't find the Realm King. I didn't see Huiqing and others. He was alone on a small island. Just came back from rebirth. With an unforgettable excitement in his heart, he landed on the island, took down the unknown fruit and gnawed it. After eating 2 bites, I realized that I could use the communication token. When he took it out, he found that there were many messages on it. "Brother Wushuang, we are on the Qinya Star in the Dongxing Star region, and the senior king of the realm is also here. Come quickly. Wait for me for a day." He threw away the fruit, his breath moved, and he rose directly into the air. The figure straightened up and left this world. Re-emergence has reached the void. After locking Chiba Star, go directly. At this time Babada's voice also rang. Master, you're finally back. I've been waiting so hard for you. I made you worry. Jian Wushuang laughed at himself. He immediately asked, by the way, why are Hui Qing and the others in Chiba Star? He also thought that he would go to Jinbei City, or the Star Field of the Gods. I didn't expect Chiba Star in the Dongxing Star region. Here he has also heard. It is the extremity of the eastern territory of the Realm King continent. Just like Zhongzhou in the entire Jiawang continent, there are countless strong people. Universal gods are very common. Could it be that there is trouble? Thinking of this, Jian Wushuang couldn't help clenching his fists, feeling the real divine power. Now it is no longer in the realm of the realm of the realm, but in the real realm of the realm of the realm. Divine power is naturally not as exaggerated as the realm of consciousness. But not too bad. This fleshly body carries 200 million basic divine power. There are also 2 stars on the chest. 2-star universe god. The basic divine power of 200 million is already very good for him now. He also has super eternal transformation and ultimate eternal transformation, coupled with the strongest trump card, Zizhani Gong. It is hard to imagine how powerful the peak combat power is. At the beginning, Weiss said that the 9 Tribulations realm's free-spirited Qigong can reach the Theravada realm, but now it seems that I am still a little short. He is still in the 9 Tribulations realm, and has not crossed the divine tribulation yet. It's not that the strength is not enough, but that there is no good entry point. In terms of origin, although he has reached the quasi-space-time level, he still lacks something. Compared with the northern time and space, he may be inferior to the realm. This needs opportunity, and it can't be rushed. I thought that I could find a suitable opportunity in the realm of the king. For example, killing Morosa would be able to overcome the calamity. Too bad he didn't do it. Babada held back for a long time before slowly replying. There is some trouble, but there is no danger. It seems to be an agreement between Wuxia and the king of the realm. Agreement. Chapter 62:18. Jian Wushuang was a little surprised, but he still made an agreement with the Realm King God. In the years since he left, it seems that a lot has happened. Now Wuxia and the others can already have a relationship with the Realm King God. When Wuxia was looking for a source, he met Lord Jai Wangshan, and the two made an agreement before handing over the source to Wuxia. Now that the master is resurrected, Wuxia and Hui Qing went to Qinya Star to complete that agreement. What was the agreement? It seems like it's a competition. There is an ancient ruin in Qinya Star. Every reincarnation ruin appears once. When it appears, all the gods of the universe will come. The one who wins the first place can get a copy of the Realm King continent. A treasure born. Hearing Babada's explanation, he was surprised. Isn't that the treasure nurtured in the Realm King? What kind of agreement is this? He didn't quite understand. Babada didn't understand even more. But Jian Wushuang can detect that there will be problems. It's also faster. The extreme east Chiba star. Said to be a planet. In fact, it is more like a huge war machine. Even the 4 directions of time and space are gray. From the outside, the planet is quaint and dilapidated. But the power above is not fake, especially the famous Chiba. Each leaf is extremely huge, exceeding the range of hundreds of millions of miles. And it is extremely sharp. If Qin Yixing is urged to attack the cultivator, I am afraid that the 9-star cosmic will be difficult to stop. It is enough to crush the super treasure of the 9-star universe god. This is Jian Wushuang's first reaction after seeing it. Whoa! Descend to Chiba star. As soon as the thought force moved, he found the breath of Wuxia and others. The figure flashed, and when he reappeared, he had arrived on a small steel island full of sewage. Pat! Fall from the sky, right in front of Wuxia and others. Jian Wushuang. The sharp-eyed Wu Li was surprised and delighted when he saw him. Wuxia and Hui Qing also quickly turned their heads and looked over. Seeing that familiar face, he could no longer suppress the excitement in his heart and rushed towards him. Everyone, I kept you waiting. He nodded slightly. It's been a long time. The king of the northern realm also appeared behind him. Looking at them, there is relief in their eyes. Let's go in and talk. We won't go home if we don't get drunk today. No problem. The five walked into a dilapidated hut next to them together. It looks broken on the outside, but the inside is intact. Several people sat opposite each other, and through the gray bars, they could see everything outside. The rain was dripping slowly. Change cups in the house. After drinking a lot of alcohol, several people also talked about some things that happened in these years. Jian Wushuang was the first to speak out about the realm of the King of Gods. First of all, I talked about the structure of the realm, and this alone made them grow their mouths in surprise. When it comes to the 10-game winning streak in the arena behind, it is even more enthusiastic. As for Morosa, he didn't say it, because it was too far away from them. If it is not in the realm of the King of the Gods, Jian Wushuang can't touch it himself. So it was not mentioned. My experience over the years, although not as wonderful as Wushuang brother, but not bad. Wuxia picked up the wine glass and smiled proudly. Isn't it because you have a relationship with the Realm King God? I don't know if you thought you were the great Realm King. Hey, don't say it, Lord Realm King Shen really said that back then. I have the appearance of a Realm King. Wuxia heard the words not only without thinking, but also very proud. Wu Li shook his head and smiled bitterly. No more talking too much, knowing that Wuxia is shameless. Almost everyone knows about Wuxia, except Jian Wushuang. Therefore Jian Wushuang is the most curious. Brother Wuxia, tell me, how did you get involved with Lord Realm King God? Then we have to start from afar. Wuxia laughed lightly, and there was a memory in his eyes. It's a terrifying place. I swear I'll never go there again in my life. I don't dare to take a look at it again. Through Wuxia's eyes, he seemed to be able to see the place where he described the horror. Hell. A place that makes the universe gods feel like hell. There are evil thoughts after the death of life everywhere. Once you fall, you will be no one and no ghost. That's where Wuxia met the Kaiwang god. The reason why he went there was to find the origin of the resurrection Jian Wushuang, the source of death. Hearing this, Jian Wushuang patted Wuxia's shoulder without saying anything. Thanks for his help. At that time, when I went deep into it, I encountered a very evil thought, and wanted to pull me in. Just at the moment, the Lord Realm appeared. He not only saved me, but also gave me the source of death. Of course, there is no free lunch in the world. After I agreed to a request from Lord Kaiwang, he gave me the source. Having said that, Wuxia deliberately paused and looked at Jian Wushuang. The rest of the people know the answer, so it doesn't matter how they behave. The first time they heard Wuxia talk, they were similar to Jian Wushuang. Their eyes widened, looking surprised and curious. What Wuxia wanted was this effect. Saw that Jian Wushuang was unable to extricate himself. Then he continued. It's not a request, it's an agreement. But you all only know that the agreement is to go to Qianya Star to find the opportunity given by the Realm King continent. But you don't know the real meaning. What does it mean? Wu Li looked curious. Wuxia had never said this before. Fishing. Wuxia's face sank slightly, and he said, how can the opportunity bestowed by the Realm King continent make Lord Realm King God like it? Of course, there is a reason for it. It is to draw out an existence that threatens the Realm King continent. Wokeo, why didn't you say it earlier? Both Wu Li and Shinmu Wang showed terrified eyes. Wuxia didn't say that at the beginning. Said it was a small favor for the god of the realm. They followed, thinking that they would also be able to make an impression in front of the Realm King. But now that Wuxia told the truth, they panicked. A terrifying existence that threatens Kaiwang continent. The danger is too great. Able to threaten the realm of the King's continent. At least it is also a 9-star universe god. Among them, the strongest Hui Qing was also the 7-star universe god. The rest of the people have also greatly improved after years of cultivation. But it is no more than a 2-star universe god. Apart from Hui Qing, the strongest Wuxia is only a 3-star universe god. How do you go fishing for the King of Gods? Bring out the horror behind the scenes. I see. Jian Wushuang nodded slightly. This is what he was curious about. He was not at all curious about what Wuxia said before. It was only to make the other party have face, so he showed a look of being unable to extricate himself. Hey, now that Wuxia brother has recovered, this matter is indeed a bit dangerous. I don't force it, you can quit. I'll just go with Wuxia. Chapter 62:19. Things have come to this time, how do we quit? King Shenmu glared at Wuxia, then turned to look at Jian Wuxia. Wuxia, what's your current strength? Can you have a 7-star combat power? Asked about this, everyone leaked curious eyes and looked at Jian Wuxia. Especially Hui Qing, there is still a fighting intent in his eyes. Jian Wuxia pointed at himself, took a deep breath and said, it's okay, there should be 7-star combat power. It's not that he hides it from everyone, but that he hasn't fought since he recovered, so he can't tell the difference. Everyone can see it together. It should be able to solve the danger. His tone was flat, but he had a sense of confidence. When the Realm King saw this, he finally said, everyone, since it is the mission of the Realm King, you must be careful. This time I can't help you anymore. Do not worry. Wuxia boldly patted the Realm King on the shoulder and joked, as long as I am here, your Realm King's position is absolutely stable. Even if that Zamasu comes, you help the Realm King, we will have a backer in the future. Roll! The Realm King laughed and cursed. It was late into the night to catch up with everyone. Finally we talked about the ruins of Chiba Star. Said to be a relic, in fact, it is more like an ancient inheritance. Inheritance from a space-time god. Every reincarnation will hold a peak competition of the universe gods. The opponents are the powerhouses of the universe gods from all sides. All they have to do is get first, or to draw out the terrifying existence that Kaiwan God said, even if it is completed. For this opportunity, Jian Wuxia and Hui Qing did not care. Hui Qing's current combat power and realm do not need this kind of opportunity. If you can get it, it is also a good choice for others to use. After paying attention, it was also the 3rd day after Jian Wuxia's resurrection. On this day, many superpowers came to Chiba Star. There are dozens of gods in the universe. There are also some masters of the universe. Qianmen Island. Outside the Chiba Shrine, there is a long queue here. One after another, the gods of the universe, or the masters of the universe, went to the main hall. This is a test of divine power. 80 million divine power is eligible to enter the hall. This is very simple for us. Wuxia was most familiar with this place, and began to explain it to everyone. At this moment, a tall alien of the universe came to the door. The black-armored alien powerhouse suddenly intertwined his arms, and then suddenly burst out with an unmatched aura. What? He raised a punch and burst out brazenly. The power of this punch shocked everyone. Even the universe guarding this place couldn't help but exclaimed, 190 million. This has reached the level of a 2-star cosmic god. He is also the strongest cosmic so far. All right. The black-armored strong man raised his head proudly and entered the hall proudly. The people lining up behind sighed for a while, and then entered the hall in an orderly manner. However, none of them failed, and most of those who were able to get here were the gods of the universe. The divine power naturally exceeds 80 million. As for the Lord of the universe, none of them are weak enough to come here. The divine power is above 80 million, and it only takes all of their strength. Jian Wuxia and the others waited in line for a while before arriving at the door. There is a huge black shining god stone. Wuxia, who was at the front, trembled slightly at the corner of his mouth, raised his hand and slammed it on the divine stone. Boom! After a loud bang, there was trembling all around. I don't know how much stronger than the previous black-armored alien universe god. So strong cosmic god, at least Samsung's cosmic god. Many lords of the universe were shocked. There are also some cosmic gods, who also secretly recorded Wuxia's appearance. Make him a stronger opponent this time. 170 million divine power pass. An old man in black robe outside the gate of the temple recorded Wuxia's divine power, nodded, and reached out to teleport Wuxia to the main hall. In the case of no eruption, It can reach 170 million with a single strike, which is indeed the combat power of the Samsung Universe God. The Shenmue King who was behind Wuxia was a little envious, but he didn't want to fall behind Wuxia. Raising his hand for a moment, a beam of light suddenly exploded. Steady bang on the black shining god stone. After the buzzing sound, a series of huge numbers appeared. 220 million pass. The black-robed old man raised his eyebrows slightly. In fact, it is just a test to screen the Lord of the Universe. And the Universe God does not need to be so serious. King Shenmue enjoyed being surprised by others, and swaggered into the temple. The people behind took a breath of cold air again. It should be 70% of the combat power, not like a casual strike. But there is also a quasi 3-star, and even a 3-star Universe God. Looks like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon this time. The strong seemed to get together. After Wuxia and Shenmue King entered, it was Wu Li's turn. This one is also a good comparison master. Naturally, it will not be weak to the first two. The real combat power was directly exposed, and the full-scale explosion caused the rear space and time to tremble. The black-robed old man's eyes widened. It's not necessary, it's just a small test. I want to show my face and go in and fight people. Boom! Wu Li completed the gathering of energy and burst out with a punch. The divine power value soared directly to 300 million. Samsung Universe God. Wuxia, Wu Li, Shenmue Wang. They all have the power of Samsung Universe God. Blue is better than these people but relatively low-key. Just a random punch to get in. The actual combat power can be ranked in the top 3 among the 6 of them. It's my turn. Jian Wuxuang was very relaxed, and he didn't like to show his face too much, so he pointed it out. The divine power value soared to 200 million before it stopped. It seems that I haven't been to the real world for so long, and my control is a bit poor. He smiled wryly and shook his head. Maybe he was too powerful now. Although he is not yet a cosmic god, his basic divine power has reached its limit. Beyond the ordinary universe god, the key is to increase. Super eternity, the ultimate eternity, as well as the beast gods, these are his trump cards. As for the robbery, maybe it's just fate. After all, the path you take is different from that of ordinary people, so you shouldn't be in a hurry. After passing the test, enter the bronze giant gate. Hui Qing, who was behind, also followed. The group is very relaxed, and it is not really a bright spot. But it attracted the attention of 2 mysterious powerhouses in the team. They couldn't see their faces in black robes, and they didn't even have breath. The strength is good, this time may be able to help us. One of the black-robed powerhouses with a relatively small stature. There is relief in his tone. The burly man in black robe was stunned and said in surprise, "Just them? They're just ordinary universe gods. And that kid with the sword on his back is not even a universe god." Hee, don't underestimate them. Especially the kid with the divine sword on his back. His strength is not weak. It is difficult for you to beat him. Chapter 62:20. How is that possible? The big man was very surprised when he heard this. Then wait and see. After the exchange of thoughts between the two of them, they had already reached the bronze door. Similar to Jian Wuxuang and the others, they all burst into the bronze gate with hundreds of millions of divine power bursting out of one finger. But within an hour, there was no one outside the bronze door. All entered the world behind the bronze door. And at this moment, the old man guarding the gate also closed the bronze gate. A pendulum struck the fear that had been sleeping for hundreds of millions of years. The world behind the door. Like an endless barren land. Like disorder. Divine power is extremely violent here. Everyone could not contain the shock in their hearts. Of course, some people participated several times, but they didn't care too much. They stayed where they were, as if they were waiting for something. Jian Wuxuang and the others looked around curiously. When I came, I also searched for news about this place, but there is a gap between what outsiders said. Well, where's the difference? After Wu Li heard Wuxia's words, he looked over in surprise. Wuxia heard the words, raised his hand to condense his divine power, and explained, "If I guess correctly, our divine power has been increased, at least by 10%. The pinnacle of his divine power, the Samsung Universe God. Now it can explode 350 million divine powers. It is an increase of 30 million divine power. I didn't even notice it." Jian Wushuang was a little embarrassed. He was considered the strongest, but his details were not as good as Wu Zhua and others. I didn't find that this place could actually increase divine power. But on second thought, this place is similar to the land of disorder. The divine power is not suppressed by the supreme rules, and naturally some release can be obtained. If it is in a real disorderly place, I am afraid it will be stronger. The realm of the Realm King, the same is true. Thinking of this, his heart moved. When he was in the realm of the Realm King, his divine power could explode to the level of the 9 stars, and even the god of time and space. It is because there is no rule suppression, and the power of thought has been released, so it is so powerful. When he was in the northern time and space, the god realm he had obtained was this truth. That treasure can evade the power of the rules, and it can burst into a more powerful divine power. Unfortunately, the stronger the strength, the more ruthless the rules will suppress. That kind of heaven-defying treasure no longer exists, unless it is refined by the founder of Starry Sky. Otherwise, the Protoss will also abide by the rules. Everyone increases, doesn't that mean there is no increase? King Shimu covered his face, not caring at all. This is also true. Everyone has become stronger. Doesn't that mean that they haven't become stronger? It seems to make sense. Wu Zhua scratched his head, then turned to look at a blood-red cloud behind him, and said, "Everyone, the big one is coming." Following Wu Zhua's reminder, everyone looked over. The blood cloud came. Before entering this place, Wu Zhua said that the danger is the universe gods from all over the world. But to make them fight, they also need some means. This blood cloud is. Everyone jumped into the air uncontrollably and began to lean towards the blood cloud. Don't be nervous. Not feeling malicious, everyone relaxed. Uncontrolled soaring into the blood cloud. But when Wu Zhua turned his head to look, he realized that Jian Wushuang had not followed. Still standing there. He had never encountered such a situation before. Jian Wushuang took a deep breath and tightened his hands. He was resisting the powerful thought force just now, but he did not expect to resist it. The consciousness here. There is no way to take him, and he can move freely. You don't mind me. He comforted him, his figure flashed, and he directly surpassed the crowd, only to enter the cloud of blood in the blink of an eye. The surroundings are desolate, and he can only enter this place. Whoa! After descending on the blood cloud, he could see what it looked like. This is a huge arena. There are also various Optimus pillars on it. Just when he was surprised, a voice came to his ears. "You, how did you get here?" Jian Wushuang heard the sound, raised his head and said indifferently, "Of course it came." And at this time, everyone below is also flying towards the blood cloud. Isn't this a normal thing? What's so surprising about this? He was a little curious in his heart. Maybe it was because he couldn't come in on his own initiative. Swish! A pair of dark eyes shot out in the blood cloud instantly, as if facing a great enemy, and shouted angrily, "Without my will, it is impossible for you to be here. Could it be that you are a world beast who came through disorder?" The beast? Jian Wushuang laughed when he heard it. If I were a world beast, this place would be long gone. He has seen the power of Morosa, and he has also heard that the powerful world leader is comparable to the Protoss. If you can really enter this place, you will be able to destroy this world at your fingertips, and even the Realm King continent may be destroyed. Even the key world beasts don't look down on this place. Seeing his disdain, those eyes were filled with anger and shouted, "Do you know who my master is?" "I know, God of time and space." Jian Wushuang answered indifferently. It's nothing to him. It's not like he hasn't seen it. And the God of time and space he saw was still alive. Moreover, he has seen the star spirit, not to mention a dead space-time god. Ignorant practitioners, this is the great of space. If you dare to disobey the rules of the of space, you will be expelled. After talking for a long time, you really did it. Jian Wushuang sneered. If the other party could do anything to him, he would have done it already. So why bother talking nonsense here? It's just that there is no way to get him. Since he entrusted the control of mind power, this place is just an ordinary space to him. As for the of space, he didn't really believe it either. This is a disordered world, and it is also the Realm King continent. Even if it is the god of space, it is also the god of space in the Realm King continent. What is there to be afraid of? You bastard. Stop talking nonsense, give you a face. I'll go down by myself or else. Jian Wushuang stared at the other side with his eyes slanted, and the other side was a little scared, unable to speak for a long time. If the other party dares to talk nonsense again, he doesn't mind directly snatching the treasure here. It is the treasure that Kaiwang God needs. It's just that he felt that even the Realm King had to abide by the rules, and he didn't need to take risks. It's not that he couldn't get that treasure. The practitioners here are really no match for him. At this time, all the practitioners gathered on the huge ring. As soon as his figure moved, he rushed down. At the same time, I also saw all the practitioners who entered this place. A glance. The brows furrowed. Kindness. That is. He couldn't believe his eyes, but he felt a familiar aura. Sweeping away the power of thought, I also found two mysterious powerhouses that I couldn't even see through myself. Interesting. Chapter 62:21. Returning to Wu Zua and the others, he moved in his heart and motioned everyone to see which strong man he had discovered. Before Wu Zua and the others had time to ask what happened just now, they were aroused by the familiar aura he said and looked up together. Why is he still alive? King Shimu Bru and Wu Li did not know that person, but Wu Zua and Hui Qing are very familiar with each other. Especially Wu Zua. He had suffered a big loss at the hands of this person. Nearly killed. Hui Qing is the same. In the single battle, no one was his opponent. Not even him and Hui Qing. Brole! Wu Zua shouted directly. After hearing the name, the other three people were stunned for a moment, and their faces were blank. They did not know this madman who had given Jian Wushuang and others a heavy blow. Who is he? Wu Li asked in surprise. When did you meet this person in the Realm King continent? Shinmu Wang's eyes were also very curious, and he felt the breath of the other party with a thought, and said indifferently. The strength is not strong, the one-star cosmic god, or the quasi-two-star cosmic god, is not as exaggerated as you say. Don't be deceived by his appearance, this guy is crazy, and his power is unstoppable. This is indeed a lunatic. Hui Qing also nodded heavily. See them all so nervous. Bruce said. But his divine power is only less than 200 million. If you want to see him go crazy, then you have to let Brother Wushuang take action. After Wu Zua finished speaking, he looked at Jian Wushuang. Don't worry too much. I'm just curious how this guy got here. Didn't he fall into the abyss at the beginning? And he was able to reach the Realm King continent. I'm afraid it was intentional. After taking 2 glances, Jian Wushuang's brows moved. Today's Broly looks like a different person, not that crazy, but looks a little honest, following behind a green-skinned girl, like a guard. There was an old man next to him, and a young man with arrogant eyes. The strength is much stronger than Broly, and he is already a quasi-Samsung universe god. On the contrary, the girl at the head is only the 2-star universe god. Speaking of which, Broly is the weakest practitioner, and he was disliked by the old man and the young man. Only green-skinned girls were polite to Broly. Jian Wushuang, who observed everything, withdrew his eyes, turned to look to the other side. Those 2 mysterious people that he couldn't see through. They are all wearing black robes, and there is no breath. Among them, the little man, suspended in midair, was extremely mysterious. He did not tell other people about this, so as not to cause everyone to be nervous. Kindness. When he looked at the other party intentionally or unintentionally, the little man who was floating in the air even glanced at him, and as if he could detect his eyes, he nodded at him. When he was suddenly discovered, he didn't panic, and returned a kind look to the other party. But there was some pressure in my heart. I thought it was easy to win, But I didn't expect to encounter trouble. These two mysterious people gave him a lot of pressure. There is also a tricky Broly, once discovered by the other party. I am afraid that he will become the madman he used to be. Thinking of this gave him a headache. Just after returning to the Realm King continent, these fears were brought out. It is better to stay in the realm of the king. On second thought, he left the realm of the Realm King and caused a lot of trouble. There is only a sorrowful cry in my heart. Let's take a step by step. At this time in the sky, the blood cloud closed. Makes everyone look up. I saw a huge face appear in the clouds. I am here to keep the spirit, and you will enter the blood cloud space to seek opportunities, and you will definitely be the best in the world. As soon as the voice fell, the Optimus pillar on the ground began to sink. Until it reaches the ground, it is only 1 foot high. What does it mean? Because the rules are different every time. Even some cosmic gods who have entered this place several times do not know what the spirits are playing. There are huge pillars in all directions. As long as you stand at the top, the pillar will rise by 1 stroke with each breath. If there are no practitioners on the pillar, each breath will fall by 1 stroke. When the pillar rises 10,000 feet, a light will automatically appear, isolate everything and win. After saying this, the audience was amazed. The meaning is obvious. Keep fighting. 10,000 feet is 10,000 breaths, about an hour or so. There are tens of thousands of universe gods here. There are only 8 pillars. That is, on average, you will be besieged by thousands of strong men. The difficulty is too great. How to do? Wuxia turned his head and glanced at Hui Qing and Jian Wushuang. Although the strength of a few of them can be competed, they also need the assistance of others. But Hui Qing and Jian Wushuang don't need it. Otherwise, Hui Qing and Wushuang have 1 each. How many assistants do we have? Wu Li felt a little guilty, but he didn't dare to stand on the pillar. The feeling of being besieged by countless powerhouses is not pleasant. Jian Wushuang glanced at it, and he soon had a plan in his heart. Since everyone is here, let's go up and see the scenery from above. A bit reluctant, Wuxia is also a little empty. His strength is not as good as that of Bru, and he will definitely be beaten down when he goes up. At this time, the giant pillars in all directions were empty, and no one dared to touch this brow for a while. Everyone knows that if you go up first, you will be besieged. Jian Wushuang saw the concerns of several people and said, "Don't worry, I will protect you with Hui Qing. First, let you occupy 4 pillars, and finally, Hui Qing and I will occupy 1. Yeah." Wuxia patted his head, and then he reacted. No one on the pillar will lower a battle, and someone will raise a battle. It is said to be 10,000 breaths, but this competition will never end within 10,000 breaths. Take notice. Wuxia and Wu Li looked at each other. Then you're welcome. After speaking, they each flew to the nearest pillar. Pat! The 2 landed firmly on the top of the pillar. The ancient breath also shook. Kindness? Someone got on the pillar. Do it. Even if you can't get on the pillar yourself, you can't let them get on it. There are also several powerful universe gods, and seeing Wuxia and Wu Li have both stepped on the giant pillar. Although I didn't expect it to be such a rule this time. However, most of the strong people who come here come together. Pick the strongest person to go up first, and the rest to protect the law. The battle started instantly. In the face of the powerful attack from everyone, Wu Li's legs were a little weak. He shouted loudly, "Brother Wushuang, come and protect me." It's not that he doesn't believe in Hui Qing, but that Jian Wushuang is stronger. Just as Wu Li shouted, a blood-colored light shield appeared around him. Boom! Countless attacks all hit the blood shield. Wu Li stared at the bursting air waves and gasped for breath. If he had just resisted, he would have been seriously injured in an instant. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.